Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So it goes so, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes are killing it tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
Body me LP, oh yeah,
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe, shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
So the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl? Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa. Claus, I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and picture, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen of Prestige, welcome back. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the Prestige Happy Hour. Thank you. Welcome back. So we have not today here. We have Bagavad was here early. Awesome, Bagavad, good to see you. We have Marriott, all right, and shout out to everybody that are watching this behind the scenes and everybody that will watch this later. I hope you guys are doing well. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Do it right now, don't wait. Let me see. Yeah, we're looking good already. Shout out to you. Shout out to my sponsors: More Fresh, Life with Natu, Desua, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Gores Corner, D Love 3000, Yes TV. Shout out to you. You can join the sponsors with the join button on the platform, and also you can download the free books. I do have fantastic 2 free books here for you. Number 1, Red Flag, Get My Marriage Back. These are really, really good books, and if I'm saying a lot of stuff to you that you're not comprehending it properly yet, it's probably because you haven't read the book. You can go down, you can download them absolutely for free from manofprestige.com. Okay, and yes, absolutely. This is Man of Prestige. What we do here is to talk about life and relationship, and we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. And we tackle all of these issues from a self-power, social, seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. All right. We do offer coaching here. If you're interested in coaching, well, if you download the book, it will take you through that step. It's optional. It's an optional step in there to sign up for coaching, or you can send an email to ask@manofprestige.com. You can also join our backstage conversations at whatsapp.manofprestige.com. And yeah, if that doesn't work, you can also send a WhatsApp message to this phone number, +1 732 305 8577. Okay, if you're a spam person, we will catch you fast. Okay, as a matter of fact, within the next 24 hours, I will appoint a couple of moderators to help us keep the spammers out. We had to kick one out earlier on. All right, but anyway, welcome back. We have some fantastic topic to cover today. Today we're going to talk about emotional affair in marriage a little bit, okay? But we have some other topics we're going to cover. So please engage. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. This month our goal, shout out to Natu. Natu said our goal this month is $300. So we're up to $24.96, up from $0 last time. And you can sponsor the show for as low as 99 cents at any point where you feel you've gotten value. Okay, so shout out to all our regular sponsors. I appreciate you. It goes a long way. Okay, all right, without any further ado, we're gonna have a fantastic show. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Okay, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. This first segment, you're going to love it, okay? And I will be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk. You see what I just posted there in the chat? That's what we're talking about. So some of you might not know, we started the other channel, Lola and Ola, which now has over 2,000 subscribers, and we haven't published there in a while. Okay, but we started that long before 2018, the same time we published this book. Okay, we started this channel, and then we published this book, and it was my wife and I. We have content up there, but we have some evergreen content up there that keeps driving traffic, and people keep coming back and they drop questions there, here and there, you know. And also I will cover topics like this more, so the trendy stuff when it's absolutely relevant, but I will not be talking about Bobrisky if it's not relevant to marriage or relationship. Okay, I will not be talking about actually there's a story around what's his name, Portable, that we could have talked about, but I'm like I don't want to talk about that. So yeah, shout out to Chidima. Chidima is back. Welcome, Chidima. All right, so Marriott already says so many cards. Go and see your wife. Let's talk about it. What's your take? Let me read it real quick, and then we'll talk a little more about it. All right, this person says, been away from my wife 3 years now. I've been buying her cards, Mother's Day cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards, anniversary cards. Should I stop doing, because it might be pushing her away? So let me give you a quick backstory. So we have some topic around the no contact rule that we've done over time, some content around that. The no contact rule. Are you guys familiar with no contact rule? Anybody here familiar with the no contact rule? Anybody knows what the no contact rule is? That's going to be a good it's going to be a good backstory to this question. It will make more sense to you if you know what the no contact rule is. What is the no contact rule? Anybody want to help us with that? No contact rule. There is a rule called the no contact rule. Let's see. No contact rule. Let me pull up maybe a couple of definitions here, or definitions. So we've covered some content around it. What does the almighty Google says here? Okay, all right, good. We got some content here. Anybody knows what the Chidima says? I know. Chidima says, did she marry you or she married cards? No. We need to bring the no contact rule into that context for it to make complete sense. Okay, so let me bring you up to speed. Okay, you have an idea, Chidima. Absolutely. It's when you cut off all communication, especially with the knocks, to extinguish their supply. Well, that is a type of no contact rule, but this one is a little bit of a difference. Okay, this one is a little bit different. The no contact rule is a strategy used after a breakup or other close relationship ending, where you completely cut off communication with the other person. Now, here's what they say: for a set period of time, which we don't agree with. A set period of time. Okay, that phrase "for a set period of time" must be removed. So let me reread that again to you. The no contact rule is a strategy. Okay, this is what a bunch of coaches out there are teaching, and where we disagree with them is the "for a set period of time" part. Okay, it says no contact rule is a strategy used after a breakup or other close relationship ending, where you completely cut off communication with the other person. For how long? For however long it takes for them to reinitiate the breakup that they initiated. Okay. All right. Now, they don't have to be explicit with it, but there must be some kind of sign that they are interested in re-engaging again. You cannot put a set period of time on that. You might just shoot yourself on the legs too early. So that's what the no contact rule is. Okay, so not necessarily with a knocks. Maybe there's some people that are trying to help people treat knocks, and they've also prescribed that. I'm not sure about that. As you know, I don't really engage too much on the next topic here. All right. So this means no texting or call, no seeing them in person, no social media interaction, including likes and comments, no indirect contact through mutual friends. Now, it goes on to say there is no one-size-fits-all time frame for the no contact rule. Okay, that's what I was saying, right? But it typically lasts anywhere from 3 weeks to several months. No, that's not true. That will set you up on unrealistic expectations. That will set you up with expectations, and it might not happen like that, right? And when you have that expectation, it creates anxiety, and you're probably going to push them away, because all of this is energy at the end of the day, right? So again, we're talking about an ex broke up with you, not the other way around. It's not just a mutual breakup. No, I don't think that exists actually, but that's a different topic. Or we just kind of chose to go our different separate ways. Nah, stop the cap. Who broke up with who, right? So when somebody breaks up with you, is what we're talking about. They essentially said, I'm no longer interested in a romantic relationship with you. Okay, you need to let go. That is key. Let go for how long? For however long it takes for there to be attraction again. That could be forever. I could lose them forever. Well, welcome to the real world, right? Okay, you're not just gonna let go. You have to re-engage, working on yourself in that time being. So if you fake it, you're trying to put a timeline on it, and you're trying to say, I'm just not gonna talk to them. No text message, no seeing them in person. You're gonna cut them off. You're faking it. Your anxiety level will be this high. By the time you see them, you will push them further away. That's what's gonna happen. All right, so it goes on. The goal of the no contact rule can be to heal emotionally from the breakup. All right, to gain perspective on the relationship, yes. To allow the other person to miss you, though this isn't always a guaranteed outcome, right? And also to decide if you want to try to rekindle the relationship. Oftentimes, when somebody breaks up with you, rejection breeds obsession. Rejection breeds obsession. You might think you want them. Actually, you might not want them, but you probably have cloud covering your face, and because they are the one that broke up with you, your mind plays tricks on you. Your mind plays tricks on you, and you might think you want them. That might just be just your mind playing trick on you. Here are things to keep in mind about the no contact rule. It's not a guaranteed way to win someone back. No, it's not guaranteed ever. Okay, but we know some things about the human mind, human brain, human behavior patterns, and we just know that anxiety is real. Anxiety will pass back and forth between people. Whoever is wondering what the other person is up to is more likely, not guaranteed, more likely the person that is being pulled back with attraction. So give them some space. Actually, give yourself some space. You need the space more so than ever before. You might not know, but you do need the space. Okay. So it can be difficult to stick to, especially if you are sharing social circles. Generally speaking, if it's a long-term relationship, you tend to be in the same circle, you have the same friends, and that can be difficult. If you have children together, another ball game, another thing entirely. If you have children together, so it's not as simple as just cut them off. Well, you can cut off certain things. Okay, you can cut off certain things. You can literally let them go from a romantic standpoint and still take care of your responsibility as an adult, because that's simply just the honorable thing to do, right? It might not be appropriate in all situations, such as if you have co-parenting situation. Again, it depends on how you define it, right? No contact can simply mean we are no longer romantically engaged. If they're still coming over to the house and you are engaged with them and you have to deal with them, then it's not as simple as just cut everything off. I don't think that's even necessary. Even if you're dating and you don't really have to be aggressive with it. You just have to the idea is to give yourself some room to heal, and to heal emotionally, to gain some perspectives, because again, there's usually some kind of cloud covering your face. When you chop breakfast, a very solid hot breakfast, a cloud will cover your face. You would think you're the one that wants them more. It's not necessarily true. It could be true, but it's not necessarily true. Bottom line is that you guys were in a situationship and it's ended. It could be temporary, it could be permanent, but you need to let it go first so you can have a clear perspective. All right. So we did a topic on that, and that's what where the person left a comment. I'm not sure if it's I guess it's a question. It just didn't have a question mark. So does that make sense? That's the point. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Uncle Beno, welcome Uncle Beno. Welcome back, boss. Good to see you. Uncle Beno is now at Uncle Beno if you're looking for him. It's no longer Afronetism or Afro Podcast with Beno. It's Uncle Beno. Just FYI. Alright, so Chidima, before I answer the gentleman's question, Chidima is already asking again. Oh, no, wait. What did I miss? I missed a couple of things. Wait, what? Okay. It's when you cut off. Okay, what is the point of no contact in a romantic relationship? There's a breakup. Did I answer that question? There's a breakup already. Right? Power because they broke up with you. Yes. Is they broke up with you, you want them back. You want to get your ex back. You want to get your marriage back. They have basically said, I'm no longer interested, right? So now you have a couple of choices. You can be like, please come back to me. Please come back to me. What we find is that usually demonstrates the more reason why they are running away from you. So that pushes them even further away from you, right? So that's where the no contact rule was suggested. Hey, just, there's a lot of see finish, don't enter that thing. Just let them go. It's just letting go. That's what it is. That's simply what it means. Let it go, and if they belong in your world, they will find their way back into your world. All right. Letting go is a proactive measure. It's not just leave it in the hands of fate. No, it's actually a proactive measure to re-engage yourself, to figure yourself out, gain some perspective, and that's the point. Okay. So if there's no breakup, it will not be relevant. And that's what this person is saying. So the question says, being away from my wife. So we did a video on that. And the person is now saying, I've been away from my wife for 3 years now. They've been separated for 3 years now, is what he's saying. And then in that time period, Uncle has been buying her cards, okay? Mother's Day cards, because probably she's also the mother of his kids. Christmas cards, birthday cards, anniversary cards. So you're buying anniversary cards for a person who does not want to be in a relationship with you any longer, okay? And he's now asking, should I stop doing this because it might be pushing her away? So now that you have the backstory, let me get your take on this. Ladies, your turn, right? If you tell a man that you no longer want to be with them anymore, right? Now, like I said earlier on, no one size fits all, right? But I want to know your own personal take, right? How would you feel if your ex that you served breakfast to, not the other way around? Obviously, if they serve you breakfast and they're buying you cards, you will be like, okay, you might be confused, but you appreciate it because you want them back. But now you serve the breakfast and you don't want no part of this person anymore. You've moved on, right? And the person is buying you cards, right? Now, the Mother's Day cards, maybe you can still appreciate that one if you are the mother of this person's kids, right? But sometimes if that person really wants you badly back, if they want you back badly, they might buy a card that says Mother's Day, but they will put all kind of lovey emoji in there and give you all kind of mixed signals that they want you back, right? So Christmas cards, birthday cards, anniversary cards. And he's saying, should I stop? Because he said, because it might be pushing her away. So clearly, he does not want to push her away. his desire is to reattract her back to him. Okay, whatever he did, whatever created their breakup, he wants her back. That's what we're talking about right now. Chidima said, I will feel irritated. Anniversary of the breakup. Kilo me. Exactly, right? So clearly he's struggling to face the reality that there's been a breakup. Now, he's not wrong for wanting his wife back or his ex-wife back. It's not wrong, right? But what we're trying to do here is help him get the result he's looking for, or help him increase the chances of getting the result he's looking for, because in life nothing is guaranteed. We have no idea how much damages has gone on with that relationship, right? So we can't guarantee anything. All we can say is that this is human behavior. When you do this, do that, you will increase the chances of moving in that direction that you want things to move, right? As is generally known, when we women are done, we've been done. That's what y'all think. That's what you think. I actually disagree with that. You're done. I tell you, when you're done, when the person that's trying to attract you back does not know what they're doing, then you probably, and most of the time, unfortunately, they don't know what they're doing. They try to use manipulative, controlling tactics. They want to set rules, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do around their kids. And of course, that will irritate you more. That's the more so reason why you're done. Not because you're done, because you're just, once you decide. You're a human being like the rest of us. It's not that simple. Okay? It's not that simple. If in some weird way this person is able to make you feel safe and secure again, you're like, I think I'm done. Just one time. No. What were you doing there? Just one time. No. And you'll be lying to your friends, and then you're already kind of back with that person already. I'm telling you, this is how it works. This is not just women or men. It's both sides. The human brain is a very funny thing, right? This is why I teach seduction. This is why I teach seduction to attract. Not just, I decide. That's unrealistic. Human beings have very flaky minds. We change our minds all the time. That's the reality. Welcome, For Life Esther. Welcome, Chinye. Welcome. All right. Now you've missed quite a bit. Okay. So to go back to his question, I've been away from my wife for 3 years now. 3 years is a long time. He needs to let go and move on. It's not a nail in the coffin. Doesn't mean you still can get back with this person. But counting on that is dangerous. It's actually, even before you buy the cards, the fact that it's been 3 years and you're actually waiting on another human being, that literally pushes them. Even the energy alone will tell on you that and that pushes them further away again. They're trying to run away from whatever it is that you guys had, but your energy is like, you're probably just kind of moving weird, and they can tell, and you're probably not even aware, because if you were aware of that, you wouldn't be buying cards in the first place. Okay, so now you're buying cards. Mother's Day cards must be very, thank you for being the mother of my kids. I appreciate you. That's it. And you have to actually move on and mean it. You have to let it go and mean it. And that's very difficult if you don't engage self-improvement. If you don't engage self-development, that's going to be very, very hard. Now, that's also going to show in your level of self-respect, how you show up as a person, your self-confidence, as in what is being reflected, what you're exuding, it will show, right? So how much more when you start buying cards? So even the Mother's Day card thing, depending if they are being nasty to you at this moment and they're not feeling you, is being very, let that rest for a while. After a while, once you have an actual cordial relationship that reflects, this is the mother of my kids, and you can say thank you for being the mother of my kids, and you keep it that simple. That's all you need to do. But I'm guessing since you are buying anniversary cards, birthday cards, and all this stuff, you're probably putting mixed messages in there, confusing the shit out of her, and she's like, creep, I need to run far away from this guy, because she can literally start to feel unsafe. Let it go. Been away from my wife, so they're probably not necessarily divorced either. They might just be separated. People stay separated for 10 years sometimes. They didn't do the paperwork, but they've moved on. At least one person have moved on, because if at least one person has not moved on, they'll be in the same bed. You know, AG Ohio said, be very careful. It's a facade. This will derail your priorities of moving forward with false hope of getting things back. Not a good thing to do or encourage. That's why you have to let go and mean it. You have to walk away and mean it. Okay? And even when I say, hey, that's what you have to do, I have to be very, very careful, like AG is saying, because sometimes people kind of store at the back of their mind residues of the hope. There's nothing wrong with hope. There's nothing wrong with wanting your ex, a person you were married to. There's nothing wrong with wanting them back. But let it be just want. Right? Let it be just want. Now let's focus back on attraction. How do you actually attract them back? What did you do in the beginning to attract them in the first place? They didn't know you. There was no see finish. They didn't really know you like that. And there was something fascinating about you. I'm guessing it's part of what created the mystery, right? But now they kind of know you. And not only that, you're kind of predicted. You're buying cards. Yeah. So what should I do? Don't buy cards. Don't buy cards. Yes. You can push her even further away. Okay, if that's what you want, and if that's the mother of your kids, I'm guessing you still want to have some kind of cordial relationship with them. Focus on friendship. Friendship. Okay, just be a good friend. Be a good baby father. I don't know if that's a thing, but be a good father of our babies. Right? Show up, show out. Be pleasant. Be kind. Be tolerable. Be patient. Yeah, just be a friend. Focus on that, in addition to actually moving on. Move on. Okay, baby daddy. 3 years, car. Oh my god, that's too long. I beg. You think 3 years is not that long? Go. If the person is in love with you, they might not. It's hard. I'm actually sorry he's going through this. This is a person who actually wants to get his wife back. But he's probably mixing the want with a bunch of manipulative behavior. That's what I tend to see for the most part. They will come back and yell at you and say, hey, and then they'll be begging you, and they'll be doing back and forth. They will beg you and they will come back and they will beg you, and then eventually it's just very hard to trust that person again. And then Chidima will come here and say, women, as they say, when they are done, they are done. You're right. It's because, unfortunately, for the most part, you end up with somebody that don't know what they're doing. Let go is actually a powerful skill set to have. You have to be willing to walk away and mean it. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. It's okay. You have to be willing to walk away and mean it. You know? Does he want her back because she's doing better without him, contrary to his assumptions? Does looking more attractive to him? Yes, that could, I don't know the full story. I don't know the story. This is just a comment he left, right? But for whatever reason, there's attraction. There's a very strong attraction. He's getting attracted to his ex-wife, right? That's the bottom line, right? So, but for whatever reason, which we don't know, I thought he broke up with her. No, he didn't say that. He said he's been away. He's just talking about separation. That's the way I read it. Like, they've been separated for 3 years. Now, if we read that a little closer to literally, I see where you're going there, Chidima. I've been away. So you left. And now you're starting to buy cards. If that's the case, she just can't trust you right now. And that just means right now, okay? That or whatever is going on is just right now, but you have to be willing to walk away and mean it. AG Ohio says, run far, please. Manipulation loading. By the time you realize you spent precious time living a false, fake life. For men, it's okay. They have moved on, but still keep their ex on the string, either because where's the rest of it? We missed that. Eventually, the woman will say, F all this. Yeah. Let's go. Practice acceptance. Easier said than done, of course. Yes. Thank you for reminding us that always. All of this is easier said than done. All of it. you know. But it's still what you need to do to have a chance at a better life. If you let go, if that person is interested, you have history together. If they belong in your world, you have history together. Yeah, there's nothing out there in the street for anybody. If you can get yourself together, if you can become the top 3% of people in this world in terms of social and emotional intelligence, right? They're going to struggle to find something to match that in the streets. The streets is the streets for a reason. But if you look like the streets, then they will rather be alone, right? Obviously, right? Or if all they can remember about you is the streets, then they would rather be alone. Or if they feel like you're trying to manipulate them, if they don't feel safe and secure in all of this, like the cards might look like nice gesture. There might even be women that will say, oh yeah, I will feel romantic again. That's what I've been looking for. No, at most, they will be confused. At best, they will be confused. Okay, which means you can't really move forward. Confusion, anybody that's confused can't move forward. They're just stuck, right? So if that person still has some kind of feelings for you, they'll just be confused. Eventually, they will yield towards this message. Ron, please, manipulation load. They will yield because it's confusion. They don't trust you, right? So, but when you are able to let go, right? Some people will say, just act like you don't care. No, I didn't say you don't care. That's the mother of your kids. That's two different things. Right? You care, but you're willing to let go of whatever that ideology in your head is. I'm still in love with that. Like, that is a real reason why they're running away from you. You're smothering the life out of them. Let it go. Right? That's literally what makes people feel safe and secure, and they might reach out, they might need help, and so on. The authentic way is to continue to be the father of your kids, right? And leave the rest alone. If it's meant to be, just like you were able to tell in the beginning, and when you guys got together and you didn't have to force it, it will come around exactly like that. It will look like magic, but it's you can take credit for it because you're willing to let go, walk away, and mean it. Okay, so a set period of time, it's been 3 years, we don't care. It could be for the rest of your life. You need to walk away and mean that. If you're able to do that and it's reflecting in other areas of your life, you're able to move on, you're able to be happy as an individual first. That is an extremely attractive thing to show, right? Confidence is extremely sexy, right? Then you might just have a chance somewhere. You know, you might have a chance, but it's just a chance, right? It's just a chance. Well, I don't want it to be like some men have trouble with this. They might be like, oh, they might have an idea in their head that I just didn't want to have sex with anybody else. How about move on? Okay. What if she's already having sex with somebody else? No, but she can't do that. We're not officially divorced. Says who? They play. Eventually the women, let's go. Okay, street loves nobody. The street loves nobody because they take care of the kids, so they're always showing up at all time, knowing what you want. If not, you be a second fiddle. Interesting. Hey Tonya, good to see you, Tonya. Shout out to the Obodo family. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Confidence is extremely attractive. I can do bad all by myself. Energy. You never have to say it in words. Of course, we're just in the chat. But you actually have to show. It has to show. Maybe that's what the woman is showing now and is now attracted to her, right? But you need to show that, okay? And you're not doing it so you can get anything back from anybody. You're doing it for you. You're moving on for you, for your own good. Okay? Thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. But I would like to know your thoughts. Again, that's because I already invited the person to come and check out the answer for the question. He did say being away from my wife 3 years now. I've been buying her cards. It sounds like he's looking to attract her back. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, the cards might have been doing a bad job. It's probably creating confusion at best. Yeah, it's probably creating confusion at best. Let's see. I'm confused. Are you suggesting giving them attention again after staying apart for a long time? Who is the person, the husband or the wife? Clarify that for me real quick. That one hard though. Who don't go? None of this is intentional. If you are the woman, you're not going to be intentional. If you feel safe and secure, you're going to literally fall on the bulla. It's not something you are exactly deciding. Okay, it's just how things work out. So no, I'm not suggesting anything at all. I'm suggesting to the person who wants to attract another person back, your best chances is to let go, walk away, and mean it. Take care of your responsibility as an adult. That should be more than enough to create attraction if there is going to be an attraction. That's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking directly to the person who wants to attract another person back. The best attractive trait you can showcase is confidence. Being able to influence them to feel safe and secure around you again. Okay. If there are no kids and you don't have that opportunity to be around them like that, then let it go. Again, still come back to let it go. If there are kids, that's more than enough opportunity to showcase your new self, which is not, you're not setting that up so you can, because of the price. You're setting that up because you are the price. You're already getting the price because you're taking care of yourself, right? And if she belongs there, you guys will figure that out. I won't have to teach you anything, right? People will be falling on bola or falling into kwekus by mistake, and then they will come back and say, I never expected anything. I told myself a long time ago that once I'm done, what's the best? That was the best of it all.
I never expected it.
Listen, human beings are not your mate. But one thing you can learn is just how the brain works, okay? Everything works in reverse. Okay? When emotions are involved. Okay? So always think beyond just what you are proactively doing, more so what you would react to if you find yourself in certain situations. For Life Esther say, why buying the cars and what is his intention? He wants his wife back. Yeah, and we can basically infer that from the last part of his statement, which is because it might be pushing her away. He doesn't want to do that. He wants his wife back. Let's see. 4 long bula, then 4 pregnant, then they never expected it. Yeah, this is real. This is real. Listen, everybody else out there will teach you, like, just be intentional, never take them back. No, you will just wake up and find out that you have, okay, not taking back, but you fell on the bill by mistake. And men, the same thing applicable for men. It's just the way attraction works, and it's stuff you can reverse engineer, but don't reverse engineer with, when you add expectations to it that you are now going to do it, you will tell on yourself. Okay, they can tell, they will feel it like manipulation, like AG is saying, right? But when you let go and you mean it, and if there are kids, there's opportunity to showcase your new self. Don't stress yourself, okay? But move on. But what if I already had sex with somebody else? Will she be okay with that? Why are you still worried about her? Jesus Christ. I hope you get the message, gentlemen. If maybe you messed up in the past and you're trying to forgive yourself and you think getting her back is no, you're overthinking it. Okay, nobody is perfect. You don't have to come and tell us that anybody is perfect like AY comedy. Nobody is perfect. Okay, if you messed up in the past, you messed up, you moved on, you're trying to be a change man, just be that. Don't hang it on the neck of another person. They don't owe you coming back to you to prove that you've been a change man. No, you don't owe that. You don't have to do that. Just be a better person. Focus on that. Right? Focus on that. And there's more than enough opportunities for you to showcase that new person. And the right person, love will attract itself back to you, with or without your ex-wife to be. All right. All right. So AG says, when women are done, love don't buy be that. All of that is temporarily, gentlemen. Gentlemen, listen to me. If you want your wife back, when she says that, that's just now. Okay? That's just now. Don't worry. In fact, the idea is don't even worry about that. Either she's done or not, no matter. just be a better person for you. You too, you deserve soft life for you. Forgive yourself first in order to attract forgiveness. That's the way it works. And obviously, if you're asking for forgiveness, the best apology is change behavior, right? So don't stress. You will stress yourself. It's probably stressing himself already, but just relax. Let go of all that. All that anxiety will only make you less and less attractive. It's just going to come off as manipulation. Yes, it's for brotherhood in this moment in time. He probably didn't want to work on his marriage till they separated after 3 years. He wants her back. No big GG be that. It's very possible. It's very possible. But it becomes more and more impossible when you make it about her, right? Yep. All right, so let's do me a favor. Hit that like button if you're watching this on replay. Let me know what your thoughts are. Those that are here live with me already giving me more than enough of their thoughts. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you like that section right there, you're gonna like the next one. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and check out this next segment.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So I have this second one here. Another comment that came to the YouTube channel Lola and Ola. Let me see if I can pull that up and post it into the group, just in case you're not following Lola and Ola. We might be putting up some content soon up there again. We have more than enough content in that library that you can literally watch for free. Okay, let me see if I can find it. We haven't uploaded in a minute. All right, so there you go. There are 2,000 other people up there that still come there every now and then. But you can also watch our growth over the last 8 years. That's the link right there if you want to click over to it and follow that page. All right, so let's talk about this one right here. I'm just going to read, and I don't know. Let me see if I can post it so you guys can follow along with me. Let's see if I can post everything and you can follow along with me. Okay, I think I got something up there. Okay, okay, good. Some of it. We got some of it up there. All right. I just basically lifted the comment directly. It's raw. It's raw. All right. All right. There's a second part over there as well. Okay. So let's read together. He said, I searched something and came to this. All right, so we actually optimized that page for the search engine. So when people search certain phrases, they come up. So I searched something and then came to this. My wife decides everything without consulting me. She made plans with her friends in front of me without consulting me. She go visit her son's newborn, Omugwa, and comes home late and never. Oh no, that's not Omugwa. It's just the same day, right? Same day visit. I just learned Omugwa, so if you wonder why I'm saying that. And comes home late and never speaks to me about her plans. She gets angry when I go out and visit family, sends me angry messages because I've been out long. Everything I do is a huge problem for her. What I don't understand, her son's wife disrespect her. Now, the tone of that says her son's wife. He didn't say our son's wife. So it must be a stepson or something to him. Fake smile, fake jokes, and she enjoy her. Even her son is disrespecting his mother, cussing in front of her, does not care at all what she is to him. Still, she goes all out for them. But when it comes to me, it's plain ignore, phone, and that's it. I love her and she knows it. She says she loves me, but I don't feel it. I'm lost and already I'm thinking of packing up. You guys are not nice. You guys are not. Chidima, you're not nice. Tonya, you're not nice too. Baba is called endurance. You guys want to do tit for tat, right? Is that what this is about? Uncle Beno, where you did? He showed up. You guys are not nice at all. Please pray for us. She will change. This is not nice. You guys are not being nice. Yeah. So you can represent for the brothers on a brotherhood day. Today might be brotherhood day. May not be stepson though. It may be their son, but now that he's acting up, it is her son. True. If he's a Nigerian person. But that channel attracts all types of people from all kind of world. So I'm not sure if it's, but I see what you're saying there. It might just be like, her son now. She's managing him. Shine your eyes, man. That's real. So somebody else left a comment as a reply to the person. This comment was left months ago. Today I just like, let's react to some of this comment here. This person, this is a reply to that message. Okay, and let me see if you guys actually agree with this response. This person says, talk to her about it. You are living counter to nature. I'm not sure what that means. Is that a figure of speech that I'm not privy to? What does that mean? You're living counter to nature. You're supposed to lead your household, not the wife. She's supposed to be your helpmate. You're letting her emasculate you, sir. Is she emasculating or is emasculated? Which one? It's got to be one of the two, right? So advice. Everybody, come on, join me here. All of us, Prestige family. Let's advise. Let's advise. About at least 20 of us here. Let's advise. Just in case you need to see that again. He said, I searched something and came to this. What video was he watching? I think it's necessary for me to see what video he was watching, because that may give us, because he searched something. Whatever he was searching was what video was he watching? Oh, I'm trying to remember right now, because I didn't want to log into another channel right now. Give him advice. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting for the advice. It won't be your last advice in Jesus' name. Give him advice. You've been coming here for a long time. You guys should be able to advise this gentleman. Okay, I think AG already given advice. Shine your eyes, man. What is the advice? That he should let go? He should leave it alone? It's over? Is it a wrap? I'm very slow to say people should leave their relationship, by the way, because usually I need to know more. All right, so let me see here if I can find it. Okay, logged in, and let me see if I can find that comment. I've gone through. Okay, not that one. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Some mean comments here too. Okay, the video is 5 signs your wife doesn't respect you. Yeah, that was the video. The video was about the 5 signs that your wife doesn't respect you. That was the video he was watching. And let me see if I put some of that. The number 5 signs is okay, I can't even see. Okay, it's actually a blog post that we did. Okay, good. All right, cool. Now we have some cool backstories to it. All right. When I get advice, somebody said be patient if she is your source of living. Oh, is that what they were talking about? He's been emasculated long time, huh? Omo do onibo boy. What's Omoduo? That's not Yoruba. The rest of it is Yoruba. What's Omoduo, AG? Omoduo ni boboyi. What is that? All right, so let me see. Okay, so the number, so it was a blog post that we did a while back. The date of this blog post was 2020. Jesus Christ, that was back in 2020. Long time ago. Let me see what we said there. Number one, she utters rude remarks. She calls you stupid, you're dumb. Wala. All right, number two, she gives you the silent treatment. These are signs. These are the 5 signs your wife doesn't respect you. All right. Now, why would people be searching for this? That video has how many views? Jesus Christ. Let me show you guys. You guys need to see this. You're missing out if you're not yet. If you haven't gone to that, check out that. Let me show you. Oh my God. I never expect it. I never expect it. Jesus. Can you guys see that? That's one of the videos on Allah.com. If you can see the number of views on that, type that into the chat.
I never expected it.
All right. I didn't see that coming. Maybe we've been abandoning something really, really good. We need to get back to work. Can you guys see that? Let me see. Oh, Omo Odua. Oh, Omo Odua. That's what you were saying. Omo Odua Niboboyi. Is that what you meant? No. That video has 33,000 views. Maybe this is the point that Uncle Ben has been trying to tell us for a while. Man, they suffer. Oh. They are searching. They're searching. That's why they are landing on this video. Hey, Obiri, what are you going to do for them now? Obiri. These men need help. They need help. They want your help. Okay? They want you to help. They are seeking help now. Don't say they're not asking again. No. They're asking for help. Oh. They want to know. He wants to know. What is he doing wrong? Okay. Okay, so that's the video. I guess I didn't. It was just basically what I did is just narration. All right, good. Interesting. 33,000 views, 2020. Okay, so let's help him. Let's help him. As a matter of fact, let's help this man. It's not easy to be a man. I know you guys are used to like, oh, it is not easy to be a woman. It is not easy to be a man. It's not easy to be a man. But hold on. All right, so let's try to help this this brother. She's trying to get rid of him. Read in between the lines, guy. Be sharp. So what would you advise him to do? Run away? Let it go? My advice is not going to be far from that, by the way. My advice is not going to be far from that. My first question would be like, what? Like, come on, man. My advice is going to be around that same thought. Let me see here. Yeah. I'll probably be asking, where's his self-respect? You know, because honestly, let me see. I think Tonya has something to say to this. Hello, Tonya.
Hi, Ola. Good morning. How are you? How is everybody?
Good morning. Where are you plugging in from?
From Scotland.
From Scotland. Okay, that's why you're saying good morning. Okay. Well, thanks for being here. You have something to contribute to this?
Yes. So just refresh that your question again.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. Your Niger accent is coming out small. I like that. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn down the music because it seems like I want to make sure people can hear you. All right. Perfect. All right. So here's the question. All right. The question is, I searched something, I came to this. My wife decides everything without consulting me. She made plans with her friends in front of me without consulting me. She go visit her son's newborn and comes home late and never speaks to me about her plans. She gets angry when I go out and visit family and sends me angry messages because I've been out long. Everything I do is a huge problem for her. What I don't understand, her son's wife, that's the second time he's saying her son. Her son's wife disrespect her, fake smile, fake jokes, and she enjoy her. Even her son is disrespecting his mother, cousin in front of her, does not care at all what she is to him. Still, she goes all out for them. But when it comes to me, it's plain ignore, phone, and that's it. I love her and she knows it. She says she loves me, but I don't feel it. I'm lost, and already I'm thinking of packing up.
Yeah, I read all that, and I had already written down. I wrote down the man's name should be Endurance.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You did say
Actually,
that.
my contribution is this.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious that the person wearing the trouser in the house is the woman, and the person wearing the skirt is the man. And that's sad. That's really unfortunate. He goes about saying her son and the baby like he's not part of the family.
Right.
It could be his stepson. It could be his own child again. An African man would praise his children when they are doing well. He'll be like, "You are the daughter of your father. You are the son of your father." But when children act badly, they're, oh, it's your mother.
Right.
But in this case, I thought the man should be talking to the wife. He has taken his time to write a very long epistle. I'll call it an epistle. Clearly, there's a crack in this marriage, and she totally disrespects him from what he says. Again, we're going to have a balanced conversation when we hear from her. But
Right.
this is a case of a woman disrespecting the husband, and I think she's living her life now. She's going out as she pleases. I can guess that the age difference might be quite a big margin. Might be 10, might be 20, might be, doesn't matter how many years difference it is, but the man should really, really man up. I wouldn't say he's being emasculated, but taking your time to identify all this problem and you're not putting your foot down. You are the man of your home. The way you lead is the way we are going to follow as the wife. Even as this the most strong-headed woman like to be led. I personally would never disrespect my husband that way. In fact, I take joy in honoring him and respecting him, and in return, he is the man I want him to be. So it should be that way. That is what marriage really is. But this man clearly doesn't even know his role as a man. And I'm not blaming him, but I think he should man up. Some people might say go for therapy. Yes, they need therapy, definitely. I would expect them to be going for therapy, but this is not the time to pack out. Forget we are being sarcastic. We were, laughing over it. Some people were just dropping comments saying pray for her. No, but this is not. Before you throw in the towel in marriage, before you really step out and thinking of packing a house, I mean, there are things you should have tried before getting to that point of I'm just going to pack out. Oga, Baba, maybe you're more than 50, 60. You want to pack out. You want to go and take a brand new mortgage. You want to go and start renting or sofa and sleeping on the sofa. I mean, what's your plan? You want to pack out Haba. So think again.
Okay.
It's not like if you apply for a job, down the street in that same company, you're going to get it straight on.
Now, let me ask you a question. What would
Yeah.
a man manning up in this context look like to you? Is what would be the first action step and potentially some other steps he can take in the name of manning up?
Okay. Oh, you're going to see our son. Okay, then I'll drive you. Let's go. I should be like, no, 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 I want to go by myself. Not today. I'm not even planning of coming back today. No problem. I will stay over there. So I'm manning up. I will drive you down there. Or let's go together. Because she's running away from something. She's always going over to her son's place. And their son, by the way, are not. It doesn't matter if he's a stepson.
He said
But
her son.
now that you are married to her, you have inherited her problem, her joys, her family is now your family. So that's an example of how he can man up. Another way he can man up is, could there be a resentment somewhere deep down? Is she reacting to something? Is it a case of how Julie got her groove back? Whatever it is, talk to her about it. Like, tell her, see, madam, today we're not going anywhere. Sit down, let's talk. What is the problem? That's how you man up. But if you don't man up, what do? You act like a boy. You carry long faces. You just be moaning about and carrying faces and expecting the girl.
Expecting her to get it.
Yeah, she's not gonna get it. Yeah. So that is what I mean by manning up. Manning up has nothing to do with control. It's
Right.
just knowing that in this home, you have been called to lead.
To
Are you
lead.
leading or you are not?
Right.
Are you nagging or are you grumbling? What you should be doing is act as the man.
Now, there's one of the second thing here. It says number 2, she gives you the silent treatment, right? For a man that's been getting the silent treatment, what if he's trying to initiate that conversation and he's getting silent treatment? How would you advise him to go about a woman that he's receiving disrespect? That's how he feels, and that's valid, right? And let's say in this, because we give the signs. Once a person is giving you silent treatment, they've lost respect for you. More so, they've lost respect for you. It might not necessarily mean to disrespect you, but they don't have that respect for you. So, and he's feeling it as disrespect, which is valid. If he's manning up and he's trying to have a conversation and say, hey, let's talk about it, whatever is going on with you, right? And he's getting silent treatment, how would you advise him to go about that?
If she's just giving him silent treatment, that means the home is a graveyard. It has become a graveyard because we all know that women, we are the chatterbox in the home. We are the ones that we just don't know how to be. Some women like their peace, but majority, there's a video playing in the background, there's the music in the background, or it's our voice you're hearing. So if she's giving him silent treatment, then it's even worse than we think. This man should really be I mean, people have sponsors in marriage. That's why you have father of the day, mother of the day, or has it gone extinct now? Or
Sponsors?
yeah,
You mean like a person they can yield to get advice from?
absolutely yes.
Yeah, people have that, but they tend to have multiples of them too. So oftentimes that can represent confusion for them, or they feel like the person is always taking the other person's side, or But I think people still have that, but I don't think it's some kind of God sponsor that one person. Is that a culture or something?
No. I'm just looking at this man now is trying all alternatives. As the conversation is going as we're speaking now. So if it has come to the point of silent treatment, that means anything he's doing, she's just like she's ghosted him.
She's
And
numb, yeah.
I would be asking him, who are the people she hold up to high esteem? Who are the people she listen to? I'm not talking about her friends that she roll with. actually want him on the street. I'm talking about who are the people she really, really respects so much and hold to higher esteem. These are the people now that maybe can have a word with her. But in all this, I'm expecting them to go for therapy. But then, how would they communicate if there's a plan to go for therapy and she's not speaking to him and all? But now is the time to reach out to those people that they hold in high esteem. And if there is
Right.
no that you are accountable to, then wahala deal. Serious with that.
Yeah.
I know that no matter how you pour fire on my head, there are two people for you to call. Whatever it is, I'm gonna calm down. I've not gotten to that point and I will not. But there are two people who go to high extreme. My husband knows that. And the same for me too. I know who to speak to. But we've never got to that point where we'll have to call this person. But I know that if you call that person for me, one is my father. My goodness. I must listen. I mean, but if you don't have that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it can be rough. Tonya, thank you so much for your contribution. You want to hang out as we talk more, or you just want to go back to the chat?
I'll go back to the chat. Thank you.
All right.
so much.
Thank you so much for calling me. Thank you.
And then before I go, I just want to tell
Yeah.
you that you
Please.
are well balanced, sound, intelligent. I love your conversation. Most of the time, you know how to pick the brain of what's happening in every conversation, and really, your critical analysis is so good.
Thank you. I
like it.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It means a lot to hear that every time I hear that. Thank you so
You
much.
might not be seeing all the likes and all the shares. Unfortunately, people don't really like quality. Quality is
It takes
about
time. It takes time, Lee.
but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
well for all you do.
Thank you so
do
much.
very well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for staying up and hanging out with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. That's Tonya from the Obodo Yibo family. Shout out to you, Tonya. All right. So, Omo, this thing is tougher than I thought, though, because she added so much perspective to the conversation that, the man up thing is basically a major centerpiece of what I say here all the time. Unfortunately, that doesn't always translate well because depending on who's listening, it may sound like you're blaming the man again, right? But oftentimes, if people listen long enough, it's actually me asking the man to also engage his soft life. He's not responsible for other people's conduct and behavior. And if he's attracting disrespect, the first stop for me will be to check myself. Am I respecting myself? Okay. Not respecting yourself is not always a deliberate thing. You didn't just sit down there and say, I'm going to disrespect myself. No, it's usually how you move, there's certain way you move that things that might have happened. The second thing I probably will ask him is like, tell me the rest of the story, because though it's a long epistle, it's still surface level that basically confirms what we already said. The signs are. It's like everything is saying kind of like it's very congruent with the signs that I discussed in the video. Uttering rude remarks, silent treatment, right? She does not sought your advice. She laughs at other people's joke. You feel alone in that relationship. Of course, that's going to mess with a man's mind and make him feel less than, make him feel invalidated. The best thing that can happen to us husbands is when we get validation from our wives. Such a beautiful thing, right? I just gave you some key pointers, ladies. If you want to finger his brain, just validate him. Okay. But yeah, let me see here. Let me read some comments before. So like I said, I would, for me personally, for the gentleman that's asking the question, I would check myself into a rehab. The first stop is, what is my level of self-respect? What is my level of self-respect will be the first thing. All right, so I see somebody just came into the studio. Show your face, I beg, and then you can turn it back off if you want to. I don't know that name. Show your face really quickly, and then you can turn it back off. Okay, now you. now our brother. All right, brother Bendo, how far?
Hey, okay, brother, you're saying that name for the first time.
I don't want anybody to come and show booty on the screen. you see somebody posting stuff in the group earlier on, so we don't want none of that,
Yeah. I signed into my company account, so Google actually retained.
So you have to put the name on it.
Yeah. I'm at work, so I was listening in and out, and then in the last 5 minutes, I kind of follow what you were saying. And I listened to the last caller from Scotland. She's actually fair and balanced in her opinion, but I see Chidima and of course my sister Chinwe and sister Chidima, they are already in the comment ready to battle. And since I'm at work, I can't hold my phone typing, so I'm like, let me just quickly call in and clear off what I'm saying in the comment section regarding this problem.
Yeah, you know what? If I showed the comment, I'm reading it for the first time. Sometimes because I was listening to Tonya, right, and I was engaging. Okay, I just showed it actually. So you said no, Chidima, he don't need to go talk who she respects. The onus is on her to listen to his complaint, or guy should just get a divorce and allow her the space she wanted. Let me see what Chidima said before. Yes, that is definitely disrespect. There must be someone she listen to or respect. He should go to them. Okay. Let me hear what you have to say about this. Shout out to Adebusola, I see you. Oh, yeah, go ahead, boss.
Yeah, so part of the story that I get is that the man is trying to communicate with the woman, and she's giving him silent treatment, and along the way, he also felt kind of disrespected. Those are the parts that I really get mainly from the story. And then the other part that I can gather is that the man is the one who is trying to make amendments. He wants to make sure everything works right.
Yes.
That's not the situation, so he's needing advice. So my take is this, and I'm gonna still come from the angle of the brotherhood. Every man, until a man gets to that point that he understands that if you do everything that is right by your woman, and your woman has already zoned out of the relationship, you just gonna you regret whatever action you take at the end of the day. Once a woman zones out and you are the one struggling, trying to bring her in, my take is, why stress yourself?
Hit the like button. Thank you. Go ahead.
My take is, why stress yourself? Just let her go. Maybe she would need her space. Give her a space. Divorce is two-way. Now two-way traffic. I don't see why a man should be pained. You are trying to talk, she's not listening. You're making every effort, she don't want to cooperate. Why force yourself that is she the only woman available? Give her a divorce. You go, you have your peace. Is that not what women be saying? When a man is doing the same thing, if a man is acting like a jerk, the lady is doing everything to make the marriage work, and the man is jumping here and there all over the place, neglecting the woman. What would people ask the woman to do? So it's the same. My take has always been that, look, if you want this marriage to work, it's both of us. I play my role, I will be patient, do everything, but I want to see you making some move too. Your stride might not be as high or as far as mine. It might take you, maybe where I take like 100 steps, you might take only 5 or 10 steps. But at least let me see that you are making some. Yes.
If you are stretching your hand, she needs to stretch too, so you can pull her up.
Even if she's not doing much, but let me just say that, okay, you are still in this somehow. But you're giving me all those cold treatment, everything. Me, I would advise the brother, give her divorce. In fact, put it on speed dial. Put your lawyer on speed dial. Let them accelerate the whole thing. May you get out of that marriage as fast as you can. Simple. Don't waste time begging a woman who don't want to be with you. That is how some men ruin their life. There is no need to preach, brother. Even if you preach from now to tomorrow. So far, the woman have already zoned out of that relationship, treating him as a nobody. Bro, forget. If the woman, if the woman is complaining, maybe she is still saying, what you did, I don't like it, you treat me this way, she's fighting you, everything. We can interpret that as, okay, she actually loves you. You know, you did something that is making her react like this. You know, then you understand. But somebody you are doing something, she's showing nonchalant attitude. I don't really care. As a man, why should you be there? Unless you depend on her for your own feeding. Maybe your livelihood depend on her. If not, you do everything you can do, it doesn't work. Give her a divorce, let her get the hell out of the marriage, and you go live your life. I bet waiting there. Now waiting me I go do, I tell you to man of prestige.
So, but Ben, you've been married for quite a few decades now. You're saying you will just wake up one day, your wife is acting this way, and correct me if I'm wrong, you will just be ready to leave.
That is not the scenario you painted, according to the story. They have the ongoing situation. Or is it just one day scenario?
They say they have kids old enough that they're going to take care of the person's son. So sound like they've been together for a while, and he's just feeling powerless in that relationship. He's feeling emasculated, disrespected. Even when he goes out, she's blowing up her phone and being disrespectful. That, you know, when is he coming back into the house? So she's still inside that place, but this is where he found himself, right? Okay. And what you're saying, you know, I want to know everything that lead. Like, you're not necessarily wrong, but there's a chunk of things between that point where you're willing to walk away, which seems like where is that, and when you start to realize that it looks like your wife doesn't respect you anymore. There's a lot that can happen there. In between that, before it gets to, because the reality is that most people are not going to file divorce the first sight of disrespect or what they might consider a deal breaker. They're not going to leave. They're going to wallow in that funk a little bit longer. So, I mean, again, like I said, you're not wrong, but I just feel like that's the extreme end after it's a lost cause.
See, brother. You know, like I said, I was in and out. So I only get that angle that is giving co-treatment and everything. And if you say they have grown-up kids, meaning they've been married for very long, I understand why the man wanted to work, because he's probably getting older. He don't want to start from a new place or something. But let's be honest. For me, I'm speaking for myself. I am not ready to be a party to a marriage where one person is happy, the other one is sad, or they are both sad. No, fighting is okay in marriage. You're gonna have your issues, and everybody react differently. Okay, maybe silent treatment is how she react, but if a man can come out and be complaining publicly like this is like he's yearning for help. Are you
I get that you're sympathizing with him, right?
Yes.
But past that, we need to provide him some kind of solution.
My solution is, if you try everything, it doesn't work, get a divorce. You can't live in the
what are the things he can? What are the things? Okay, so I guess the discussion is that what are the things he can try before we get to that point where it doesn't work, right? Okay. Let's go by the signs. Let me, Natu is here. Hold on to Natu, but I'm bringing you up, right? So these are the signs, right? Number one sign, let's deal with that. If your wife is uttering rude remarks to you, like she just tends to be rude. Now, rude, she does not necessarily see as rude. She might see this woman on the screen right now. She might just be like, "Shay, you won't carry the garbage out again. I have to remind you, Abby."
Those are not issues.
It can pile up. It depends on the individual. It can pile up on a person. That's just one type, right? She just tends to be sarcastic, condescending, rude. Being rude can be very mild. It depends on who is receiving it, right? Depends on, right? So, but let's say your own version of rude. I don't know what your own version of your wife being rude to you will be, right?
See,
are you just going to run to divorce court?
Wait. I don't even count that as rude. If you've been with a woman for a very long time and one day, my wife even can even do more than that. Self, I don't count it to be anything. I'll just think like it's something of a moment. Now, where it becomes something is, let me give you an instance. You know, I told you once before, I wash plate in my house. I come back from work, I see plate in the kitchen. I just wash it. I don't care. 2, 3, 4, 5 plates, I wash it. My wife never ever asked me to wash plate one day. I'm giving you an example now. Okay, so let's say she come now around today and she like, okay, what are you doing? You see the plate in the dish, you don't even wash it. My brain will go bang bang, and the next thing I will ask her is, wait, is everything okay where you are coming from? Because she has never done that before.
So if she says she wants to pay anyway, is that too much to ask you? If she follows up with that, Inko?
Now, if she follow up with why?
Like, have I said too much now?
Have I said more that? What I'll do at that moment is to just grab my car key. I go out or I go to my office, get upstairs.
Now we're talking.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
This is because it's strange. She has never done anything like that before. Now, my feeling would be that something definitely happened and she's reacting to something.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Good point.
Next day she come back, she's showing attitude somewhere else again. I will take it. She's reacting to something. So my own take would be try to find out what's going on with her. You know? Talk either at night, in the morning, or maybe she's at work. We talk frequently. Talk to me. What did they happen, babe? Right. Who don't piss you off? Do I need to go and break somebody's head? Just tell me. Wait till you have been acting somehow now. What happened? But if it persists, it continues going 1 month to 2.
This one have been persisting. Yeah.
And it's becoming a thing that is getting out of hand. Brother. The third month you go hear from my lawyer. I even don't come up for the house before you hear from my lawyer self.
So you're because this guy sound is, you see the story on the screen right now. That to you it sounds like he's going through extreme already. You should just pack up and go and talk to his lawyer, right?
If that is what is available, that's what I will ask you to do. If it's not working, if the wife is not yielding, because if you remember, that's why sometimes when we're on public platform, you don't want to say some things. It might come us as off. You know, anytime we talk about DV, where we hear all this,
say it and no peace. Say it and no peace.
Where we hear about this husband pie wife pie husband, and it's hard for us as a man, especially when you hear say man pie wife. If you come to that platform and say, this is so wrong, this man would have done this, but there should have been some issue behind, something might be going on that make this man to react in this devilish way. Everybody say, hey, you are blaming the victim, you are shaming the victim. So
they do, that's true.
My solution is very simple. Before you get to that point where you lose your shit, where you break, you can't just take it no more and you explode all of a sudden. And then it becomes bass balls. You start beating your wife or you start struggling her. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Before it goes that way, bro, remove yourself from that situation. If you are a valued man, if you are a man who you are doing everything right, the moment you leave the house for her, that you are going, you don't need any talk. Only she go sit down, begin talk to her own brain. It's simple like that. And if you leave the house 2 weeks, 1 month, she's not yielding, she's not bugging, you don't have to come back. That's it. Call your lawyer, finalize everything, case closed. It's a simple open and close situation as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. You want to hang around? Natu is here. Let Natu speak to this. Natu.
A woman now, they go pick her down. She don't pray.
She don't see counselor. She don't see therapist. I didn't hear the same applying for this, but I just hear she's doing.
Why you do what aboutism
She go and
now?
seek divorce.
Yeah, speak louder.
She
Speak
go and seek
louder. Speak louder.
she go and seek for divorce. Kini come. See, if you're not allergic to apple, if you chop up, you know get reaction. If you're not allergic to peanuts, if you know go where peanuts, they know get reaction. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now let's do root cause analysis. It is two things for women that behave this way. It's either they have a bad behavior
Mm-hmm.
or the husband has been depositing some toxic stuff in the woman, and now the toxic stuff have grown and it has started affecting the environment, and everybody's blaming the woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me give you two examples. I have one uncle that's married a wife that has a bad behavior. That one will fight him and fight his mother. Even before the marriage stage, was fighting everybody. Baba still went to marry her. Two, Baba cannot even sit down and have conversation with her, try to resolve it because that one gets from head person. Do you understand? You see this man that is complaining. I'm not praying, but this is gonna be the story of one of my cousins in like 10 years to come. And let me tell you why. This guy is married for 20 something years now. He has two kids in college, one is in middle school. He don't have time for his family. You can only hear the things that he's doing outside. You can't hear him in the house. His wife complains all the time. Matter of fact,
They're complaining about your sound. Please bring your mouth to the microphone. Thank you. Put your mouth on the microphone. Thank you. Thank you.
How about now? Is it better?
I think so. I hope so. Yeah, continue.
Hold on one second.
You know, sister, not to know if you speak loud now because now they are person they do the wuru now.
Bravo.
Better. Yeah, talk.
Okay. So, like I said, the second person is a cousin that I have that's been married for 20 something years. I think 24 now. And the way, like, the wife said he has never sat with her and say, what's going on? What is this? Let's resolve this. How do we go about this? No. Most times she says that he takes decision and finish everything before letting her know. And that one
But wait, Natu, she's the one doing that now.
No. Wait now. Wait, I'm just taking you. I'm just saying. That's why I said that will be the story of my cousin in like 10 years to come. What this guy is doing right now.
Okay.
And now the kids are going. They keep telling the mom, give us more time. When we get a house, we don't have to worry. And she falls in the WhatsApp group of women that don't want to leave because of the kids. Do you understand? So now the kids are like, mommy, don't worry. This one will be done in school in 2 years. This one will be done in 1 year. When we get a house, you can be coming over to us. Don't have to worry about daddy. And then the man, my cousin is going to be this man right now, be complaining that the wife is always with the kids. She's not having his time. Meanwhile, now he's the one that is showing the no time. He does not have time for anything. This dude is always on the move. He will do stuff and the wife only hear that he has done. He will give money outside and he tell them not to tell the wife. His kids, he don't know what size of clothes they wear. He don't even know that these children change clothes every season. If they say they need clothes for this, you like, Shebi, I shopped for you last 4 months. Okay, that's summer. We're in winter now. I go to wear winter clothes in summertime. No. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I said it's two things for this woman. It's either she already has a bad behavior, but my question is, how has he been able to endure this bad behavior for this long up till now, if it's her fault? Do you understand what I'm saying? Number two, it's either he has been depositing all his toxic behavior, never had time for family, the kids were happy.
We're losing you. Did we lose her?
Is it my network or your network?
It's your network, because we did here. Do you know how much I pay for my network? Are you there or not? Show my
play. Don't play. You're gonna learn.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
Do you understand? So, like I said, it's either she has a bad behavior. If she has had that bad behavior, how was he able to stay with her for this long and be able to endure? If it's not if she doesn't have a bad behavior, he has been depositing some toxic things to her. He has been doing stuff to her before, and now he's reaping what he has sown, and he can't take it. You understand what I'm saying? So if she falls in the WhatsApp group of women that are saying, oh, I want to stay for the children, she has stayed for the children. Now she's giving back to the children. and now Baba has a problem with it. So in most cases, when you see people that are screaming like this, they are the ones that have done the dirty work in the past, and now it's biting them in the butt, and they are crying for help. Let's call a spade a spade. But I bet also they are screaming because it's your.
I have to push against you, Natu. This is the part where me and Brother Ben Tatin Kosi over the past several weeks now. When we have a situation in front of us, right? Every action is a reaction. Every action is a reaction. We know that as a default of life, right? If we trace it one level, this person behaved this way. What caused them to behave this way? Maybe one level we can trace and say, you caused them to behave this way. But honestly, if we continue down that rabbit hole, all actions are reactions, right? We can't say because somebody did something 20 years ago that it's okay for this person to do it this way.
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying we're doing root cause analysis now. We're looking for solution now, right? I'm not saying.
Fair enough.
If you understand that, okay, you've deposited some toxic stuff, and now the thing is oozing out and is affecting you, so we're going to go and look for solution. Are we going to put apple cider? Are we going to go to BJ's and go and meet baking soda and apple?
So here's the thing with that, right? And I'm going to give you this formula. You will see me repeat this formula all the time, right? We always have limited information. We always have limit, which is why I always say, tell us the rest of the story. If we have the person in front of us, tell us the rest of the story, right? But you see me push against Brother Ben that assumptions. I say no, right? It's okay, but we have to spell it out and say this is assumptions. Everything you just gave us is a possible reality that man has shown that woman shiggy, but that will be assumptions at this point in time. The reality is that most of us will end up in a marriage where there will be one moment or two or the other where you feel like the other person, ladies, you don't feel like he cares enough about you. Or, gentlemen, you feel like she's just rude and disrespectful. You will enter that moment. It's going to happen at some point, right? And most likely, you're not going to run for the hills the first moment it happens, right? So, it's not, again, it's possible that he's done that. But now that he found himself in this situation, let's assume, let me even go with that assumption, that he's collecting water, but that woman still there inside of the house. And she still care enough to be checking on him and be rude to him, right? But it's not being received properly because he doesn't like it, right? I want to hear, how should it handle it?
I also suggest you should go for counseling.
Honestly,
they both need therapy, but like he always used to advise us, he can start with the individual.
Him first. Yeah.
Yes. Because like today, I had a lunch with someone that was a ex-co-worker, and we were talking about, she had a past relationship that failed, that really hit her bad, and we're talking about it. And I told her, I said, I don't want to have conversation about the ex, but I want to talk about her. What was her role in this whole thing? What did she play? How did she enable his actions? And how she needs to like make adjustments so that in the next relationship she don't fall in the same trap. So my advice for him in this situation is like he should seek wise counsel.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he has a pastor he wants to talk to, but I always suggest that I don't have problem with people seeking their pastor's help, but seek professional, like a licensed counselor, a therapist. Talk to someone that has an unbiased opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Sister Natu, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
MOP, can I ask?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
So, Sister Natu, you are saying the man is the one to go and seek therapy?
No, hold on. Yes. And let me tell you
before
he's the one that spoke out.
He's the one that's complaining.
He's the one that is complaining.
Oh, yeah. And the one that is complaining is the one that should go and seek therapy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. When women complain, they will say, take the man to therapy.
No, I tell them the same thing.
No. Except you don't get a good wise counsel. They don't tell you take the man to therapy. They tell you seek therapy. Go and seek therapy first.
You. If you are able to complain, you have some room, some energy to go and seek help.
And also aside that, like Ola used to tell us that.
Now I see why Africans don't go for therapy.
No. Because we don't like the truth. And
it's
also,
not matter of
like Ola
truth. If I'm in this situation, sister Natu, I'm sorry, my sister. If I found myself in this situation right now, I am trying to communicate with my wife. I'm trying to reach out to her. I'm doing everything to make it work.
Finish it though, and you are failing at communicating to her.
It's not working.
It could work. It's not working.
And it's not working. So I should go and seek therapy because something is wrong with me mentally.
Okay, that's not what therapy means. She said counseling first of all. You need to seek wise counsel. The Bible actually said it. You need to seek wise counsel. If you are confused, if what you are doing is not working, seek wise counsel. If you are sick right now, you see blood coming out of the wrong part of your body, would you not go and talk to somebody?
No, even aside that,
that doesn't apply in this situation.
No. Let's also say you want to write nursing board exam. You've written that exam 4 times and you did pass. Won't you go and look for a tutor?
That doesn't apply to this situation. We are dealing with.
If you are talking to your wife and she's not hearing you, maybe you are not communicating.
Let me try another angle, Natu. Maybe you are actually doing everything correctly. Let's assume the best case scenario, okay? But the bottom line per you is that you are not getting the result that you want. Is that correct enough?
No. It's not. I don't. If the situation applies to me,
so why are we talking?
I don't necessarily expect to get the result I wanted.
What do you want? Let me ask you. What do you want if you find yourself in this situation? What would you want? What is it that you want in that situation?
Remember what I said when I started explaining my own side, brother. All I want to see is effort. I'm just saying if I'm in this situation.
Okay, good. So you want to no. Let's not drag it. I want to stay right there, but Ben, you want to see some effort. They see the effort.
I'm out of the marriage.
What you want is effort. Hey, listen. If that works for you, Shikena, there's nothing to talk about.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
There's nothing to talk about. Now,
my advice to the man is take a leave, JJ, before you either kill yourself out of frustration or something bad happens.
Now, here's the problem that we have. Natu, hold on, Natu, hold on. Now, here's the problem we have. This man, they leave. We got a problem. He's not leaving.
Okay.
So he's come to you. He's considered you a wise counsel, Brother Ben. He said,
what I will tell him is leave. I'm not advising him nothing.
So you will give him.
See, brother.
He will just go straight in a circle.
Brother, this is why we see this happen in the Western world. Thank God we have similar conversation yesterday. Or let me just allow Sister Nat to finish her line, then I can ship in. Sister Natu, sorry, please.
Sorry for cutting out. Natu. Natu did it. Natu
traditional man.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can hear you now.
You're trying to be a traditional man that is saying that, I can't be the one to go and seek help. If let's say your wife is convulsing and you don't have the skills to help her, won't you pick up your phone and call 911?
Exactly.
That is health related.
What do you think this is?
This is behavioral related.
Hey, behavioral what? Behavioral health, mental health. It's health now, but Ben.
It's health related. Let's talk.
It is.
And let me tell you, Ola used to say sometimes, he says, there are times that things will happen in your house. One person has to take the lead. It's going to be either the man take the lead or the person
who is complaining is able to take the lead.
Yes.
Right.
So if you are the person that has the skills, if she's not listening, I still love my wife, but my wife is not listening to me. Why do you have partners reporting their wife sometimes to their parents? You're going to report your wife to her mother because she's not listening to you. Maybe the mother will drag one ear and talk to her. Maybe she will understand from the mother's time.
Not to. This is your.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we hear you now. You're back now. Yeah.
I'm back. I was out before.
For a second, just for a split second.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that's why you find sometimes, like even in marriages, let's say some men, if their wife do something, they get tired, they report the wife to the mother or the father. I say, I'm talking to her, she's not listening to me. Why is he doing that?
But I bet they're
Sometimes
dragging
you
you in
don't
the
even
chat
possess
now.
the skills. See, the problem that we have a lot in marriages, Brother Ben, is because people think that they are 100. If you write, that's why I made example with exam. If you write exam 1, 2, 3, 4 times and you're not passing, maybe you need to change the way you are reading or change the way you are handling everything about the exam. Maybe it's going to be better. Even if you seek a tutor.
Yeah.
You see, just to get help.
Even honestly, right? Even in this conversation, we encourage these conversations because the way we interpret some of even the simplest words, how we use them can be different from people to people. So imagine inside of a marriage where people are interpreting sarcasm, they're interpreting condescension, they have their own personal issues going on. You're interpreting what the person is trying to convey to you. Majority of the communication is non-verbal, right? It's their body language, the way they're behaving. That's the signals you're getting, and it's creating confusion. I don't think, like anything else in life, I don't think the first thing you want to do is throw out the baby with the bathwater. You should first of all ask questions. I'm trying to accomplish this. I'm not accomplishing this, and I'm a little confused. Maybe you can add some insights, right, to the situation, and maybe I can get some clarity. Maybe not. Maybe I already know what's going on. Maybe we're in the Arabian actually, but maybe maybe there's a way I'm moving. Maybe it's the way, like for example, the other person I asked, they were giving cards, anniversary cards, and we say, hey, the cards. He's in his brain. It's like cards. It's a nice gesture. You should just come back into my world. But when you start to read the thing a little deeper, like it's not that simple, right? How are we going to know these things if we're not able to ask simple questions? Talk to even your buddies, your boys. Like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. Do you understand this? Does that make us feel less than? Is that what that is? So it's
I think
not
that's what Brother Ben is feeling. If he's the one that goes to seek for help, it makes him feel less than.
No. That's not what I mean. No. If you want me to clarify that.
Clarify now, Brother Ben.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Sister Natwa and MOP. So when the man goes to therapy to fix himself, that will automatically fix the wife at home, right?
No. What do you mean?
To some extent.
I don't get it. Someone says,
me too, I don't get the question.
It's hard to get the question because, like I said, we treat African.
Hold on, Natu.
We treat African problem with Western solution when it comes to marriage and relationship.
When was the last time you went to Babalawo's house?
When
was the last time you went to Babalawo's house, brother?
I've never been there.
Why not?
I've never been to pastor's house. I haven't been to Babalawo. I haven't been to pastor. I don't go to pastor. I don't go to nobody. The only business I have with my pastor so far is I come to church, you preach, I read Bible, follow you. The message hit home, case closed. I don't have time to come and meet you and say, hey, pastor, my uncle, come and may God not put me in that situation. So we are different in our own approach. I'm just saying from my own angle.
Yeah, I get it.
The man needs to see therapy and things like that, but I'm always gonna speak from a point of an African man. My thing, for instance, is this. We have a problem. I agree there's probably the man have done something that the woman is reacting to. And if it persists, the woman didn't change. You do everything. You talk, you pray, you complain, you call papa, you call mama, the woman no change. Why stress yourself? If
so me
in that marriage, you're just gonna be depressed, unhappy, feeling sorry for yourself every day.
So
that's how it's gonna be.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
What's the point?
See, therapy is not to fix your marriage. Therapy is to fix you. So that even if that woman leaves at the end of the day, do you understand? Therapy is not for your marriage. Therapy is for you as a person.
It's for your own good.
Okay, in this situation now, what will the therapy fix for the man?
Braben,
She's
then
nothing.
if your partner is behaving a certain way, there's some actions that you're doing that are enabling that too that you need to work on.
Possibly, but hold on, Natu, hold on. Actually, I don't agree that he did something. I'm saying it's irrelevant. Right? Wait,
I can't be.
Brother
believe
Ben.
you
You
say
just
that.
no, I don't believe, because again, you cannot predict me. It's case by case, right? I don't agree that he necessarily did something. Even Natu, when she came here, some people are just rude and nasty. Okay?
Yeah.
Some people are just like that. Okay? What we know is that him as an individual is not getting the result he wants. That's what we know. The first step is not necessarily the labels. It's not about the labels. That's why I use the Babalawo thing. It's not about therapy, I be Babalawo, I be pastor. The first step, ask questions. That is not a crime. To just say, hey, I'm confused, I'm asking questions. There's no way that can be a crime to you, Brother Ben. That's a rhetorical question that you can engage. There's no way that can be a crime to just say, hey, I don't know what's going on with this. Can you add some insights to this for me? Like I'm trying my best to do everything I can do, right? But something is off somewhere. That's what we're calling therapy. I guess it sounds too robust. What's the word? It's too robustic, right? It sounds too overly. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? It sounds extra like serene. No, it doesn't have to be. It could be your pastor, somebody you respect, to help you shed light on some kind of confused situation you find yourself. That will be the first step. Especially if you're going through extreme situation that make you feel disrespected, but if you still have in you to be confused and come on a YouTube channel to put a comment, that person wants resolution. They don't want the marriage to end. And the wife, we can interpret what she's doing as because I haven't given my solution yet. We can interpret what she's doing as she doesn't care about the marriage. Yes, rightfully so, because why would anybody sit around, like Tonya said earlier on, and just be outrightly disrespectful in the marriage where everybody, like, at the end of the day, most people still consider this an achievement, even though they say it's not. Why would she want to throw? Those are all questions that needs to be channeled in the right direction. And if you can afford it, the best thing is a professional who can help you, because your mother, your sister, your uncle, your friend, they're most likely going to answer those questions from their own bias. They might even be taking your sides and be hurting you. They might be like, why are you tolerating that nonsense from her? I beg, cast away, Jare. And you, that's not how you feel. This is your wife. Like, no, I know she's a good person and something is off somewhere. Like you said earlier, something is off. I can't put my finger on it. That would be the state of the mind of this man, who is now already getting to the point who is saying, I think I might be packing up. Not to an internet network. But anyway, Brother Ben, speak to that, what I just said, please.
I'm trying to get an understanding of what you're saying. If you can just wrap it in just a couple of sentences for me.
What I am saying is your question, the one that I laughed, that made me laugh. Yeah. Right? The question that, are you saying, what would the therapy now do? What's the question again? Something to that effect. Yeah. The therapy will have their own perspective. They will be coming from a non-biased standpoint, right? They don't know you from a kind of worms. They're just listening to what you're saying. They have a tendency to ask you to tell you more of the story. They might ask for clarification and say, well, when a woman is doing this, it means a lot. Something is bothering her. Have you guys had therapy in the past? That would be the direction of the conversation. It's for you to gain clarity, not to fix her. What can fix her is still the way you move. It's how you influence her that gives you the best chances. That's what I'm saying right now. Okay? Now, you have two choices. This is the point I'm making, by the way. You have two choices. You can say, let's tell her what she's supposed to do as a wife and just do it. If that works, for me, from what I know, it's a high chance it's not going to work. Extremely high chance it's not going to work. Or you can say, hey, there's something going on here. Why am I attracting this situation? Now, that sounds like you're judging yourself. You're calling it your fault. No, far from the truth, right? It's just you trying to gain clarity. Wherever you go to go find that answer should be the first step. Did that help?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get you now. I don't know how much time you have left. I will have give you.
We are here now.
A
Give it to me.
specific example.
We're here. We are here for it.
Okay. So, a guy married a lady here in the US, and this case happened like about 7 years ago now. They got married. The lady is an AA. I mean, African American lady. And
I'm getting feedback. Is that you, Natu? Abi is you, but Ben.
No,
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
I'm using my earpiece.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
All right, so they got married, they love each other and everything, and because of how close that guy was to me, I warned him at the beginning of the marriage. I said, dude, I quite understand that you want to take care of business the Nigeria way, but please, the lady you are getting married to, even though say now runs level 9 day, you should understand what I mean like that. I said, even though the lady you are getting married to, don't ever put yourself in a situation whereby you think whatever I do now is just for the moment. Whatever you do, she will expect you to continue to do it forever. So I told him, rent every expenses that you guys have to handle, have a one-on-one with her. Know what exactly you're paying every month. Don't ever volunteer. Oh, this thing happened to the children. Oh, they need this. Watch what you volunteer, because you're gonna run into trouble based on what we know that has been happening between them and us before. So they got into a relationship. Close to 2 years, they start having problem. What causes the problem? The lady has three children. You know, she's a divorcee. She just remarried. She has 3 children, and this guy has moved from paying 1,100 every month. He's already dropping almost 2 grand every month now. Then at the 2 years mark, when he was dropping all those money till he got to 2 grand, he didn't tell anybody. He just they cope and they buy, they go inside. So when he now got closer to that 2 years mark, the lady now asked him to put her children on his insurance. 3 children on his insurance. Grown children, not babies. So
like that's supposed to be free.
So that's where the wahala started. So they start fighting. So nothing was smooth again. Where I'm going is that at the end of the day, because the lady can't afford to lose him, when the guy ran to me, he came in through me, everything. When he ran to me, the same thing I'm telling you on this show now is what I tell him. Dude, you shot yourself in the foot. I warned you at the beginning, you don't do this with this kind of woman. Now that you are there already and you'll be tolerating it for this long, is it that you continue or you get the hell out of the marriage? Because she won't back down. So guy went back, they stood his ground. Now the lady wants solution. Then what did the lady suggest? Let's go to therapy. We can go to therapy.
Right.
Now maybe the first person we don't begin, they laugh when he come tell the story. That's a guy.
So she's asking to go to therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
The wife is the one suggesting, let's go to therapy and we can fix it. We can. And then the guy now come and say, guys, wetin make I do now? You don't talk, say, me will go therapy. Which one be the therapy itself? They charge, I think it was, is it $300 or $400 per session or something, say, for both of them? Very expensive shit. I now told him, the ball is in your court. Here is what I'm going to tell you. You've already made these mistakes of crossing your financial boundaries. And I've told you, these ladies don't reason like us. These are not the people that they will say, oh, you do this thing one time, they shouldn't expect it the second time. Once you do it one time, second time, they add it to your tab. That's all. You continue with it. That is how you move from paying $1,100 from the house to paying the 4 bills for everybody in the house, to buying the food for everybody in the house, to paying for fixing the 2 cars in the house, to pay for almost every goddamn thing. Are you feeling me now? So I told him, go to therapy. Let me see if the therapist can get you off all these bills. Because we're on a professional platform, because every time I see people talk about therapy, I just like to play the traditional my own. They went to the therapy, wasted money, everything. It didn't work nothing. Because at the end of the day, even the bills for the therapist was still added to my guy. Oh, now because my guy, they find Pali, nothing will happen. The bottom line of what I'm trying to say is,
okay, continue.
so nothing happened. So at the end of the day, I told him, if you have listened to what I told you from beginning, you wouldn't be where you are now already. Now they went to the therapist. At the end of the day, the therapist look at the whole issue and told him, you know, she's a woman, you got to be wait be that time when you used for the guy himself. They drag the whole thing up and down. I say, guy, forget. Therapist where you go meet, he don't understand your background. He don't know where they come from. He don't know how even the roads they go. The woman where carry you go meet a therapist, she will only talk about how you make her feel bad, the emotions, what she is experiencing, how your refusal to put the children in your own insurance, how is damaging, how is stressing her out. Those are all the shit, and you get accent to. So your case now 0. So my guy came back and I'm like, deal with the shit. At the end of the day, now you define Pali. If you still want the Pali, do everything they ask you to do. Just sacrifice the following year. So you get your Pali. But if you can't bear, not come whine for where I did at all. The guy end up paying about $2,400 the money for the therapist. I am not against therapy. But that's why I've always said, the one person that I've said the thing I love the most about therapy is Dr. O. I think she dropped that thing in Obodo Farm WhatsApp group one time. I love the way
who's
she
Dr. O?
Dr. Mary is one of Obodo Yimbo sisters. Okay. She's the one that said the best thing I love about therapy. She's like, look, a lot of people, including women, see therapy as a tool of manipulation to manipulate the other person to do their will. Whereas, just like you said here now, therapy is for you. That's what Dr. O said. That seeing a therapist is for you, is for your own healing. Don't see it as if, oh, let's go to therapy so that the therapist can
correct the other person.
No, I've been in this similar situation before. When my madam today, let's go to and I'm like, madam, here is the thing. You go to the therapist, tell the therapist everything that happened. Tell her or him what I said and what you said and how everything good. I go pay the money. Come back and tell me what the therapist tell you. If what the therapist tell you makes sense, I swear I will pay you every damn of whatever you spend at the therapist. You don't have to force me there. You don't have to be, because it's not like maybe I'm not against therapy, but sometimes
so let me ask you a question.
We recommend therapy in the wrong setting at times. That's just what I think.
Let me ask you a question, Ben. If your wife comes to you and said, babe, we need therapy, what would be your answer?
What is going on? Why do we need the therapy? That's what I was.
I just feel like I can't get across to you. I don't know. I'm tired. We need to talk to therapy. What will be the answer?
What is it you ask from me that I'm not doing?
And that is
make
exactly
you feel
why
you
we
can't
need
get
therapy.
across to me?
Exactly why we
Don't
need
get
it.
it wrong. That is why I said it's difficult. We have to start talking about stuff like this for people to see a brighter picture. Thank God we have people watching now. You can't just say, at least if you are talking to a man, for me, if let's say me and Sister Natu now, we are a couple, and Sister Natu is telling me she can't get across to me, my first question to her will be, babe, what happened? What do you want me to do that I'm not doing?
See, bro, Ben, but that's you. How
No,
many
the
men
first
do
one you said
that?
is what I believe. The first one you said is what I
Which
believe.
one?
The first answer you gave me is what I believe you will do. You know what
Which
happened?
one?
Come on, let's come and talk about
Hey,
it.
now what happened?
Exactly.
That's what I believe you will
What's
do.
going on?
And then
And
again,
you
you
go
see
just tell me let's go to
some
therapist,
women,
and
when
I'll
you
just
say what
follow you. They
happened like
go.
that to them, they'll shut down.
You say?
Some women, right?
That's why some people's wives are falling on Bola left and right.
Yes. So if I come to you and say, babe, I think
it's
we need
good when they
therapy,
continue to-
and you said, why do you need therapy? And I say, I feel like I'm not getting across. You say, what happened? What is it that you have said? No. But if your wife say we need therapy, and you
Okay.
drag your wife to your body and say, talk to me. Let me tell you two things, bro, Ben. One thing is that my husband knows that if he wants to get something out of me, if we're trying to discuss something, like especially if we're on good terms and we're trying to discuss something and we're not getting across. If he wants to get it, he'll say, talk to Big Daddy. What's the issue? Big Daddy's here to listen to you. You know, when you talk like that, you put the person at an ease to be able to talk to you. Do you understand? But when you say, why I'm not going, we don't need, why do we need, when you just say that, why do we, there's a way you will say why without saying why.
So I should come and waste $300, $400.
No, it's not about the money. Here's the see, like you said now, we are different. Everybody approach is different. And that's why I'm usually strong on know your person. I don't know if you have me said that before, MOP.
You've said that a few times. I don't think you've heard me.
Know your wife.
But Ben, I don't think you've heard me say this before. I'm gonna say it. I think I've said I used to say it a lot, but I'll start saying it again. We have so much in similar that we like to admit. All of us. That's why there are doctors. They can literally look at you and scan you and say, you know what? I'll send this to you. Go and pick it up at the pharmacy. We have so much alike than we like to admit. I didn't say we're not different, but we have so much. There are patterns everywhere. If we can calm down and see, there's patterns everywhere especially when it comes to behavioral. You know, all you have to do. But Ben, if you talk to me a couple of times, you will already start to know my kind of like my demeanor, the way I kind of move now, and vice versa, right? You will pick up some things, you know. So if you gather a few me's, 10 of us, if you observe us for 3 months, you will see patterns. We are human beings at the end of the day. It doesn't mean we're not different though. It doesn't mean we don't have our different opinions. But when it comes to solving problems, if Oyibo people that put all kind of solutions together that we'll all enjoy today, by using us, of course, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if Oyibo people just sit down and say, we must create a solution to everybody. There's no such thing as technology, right? You know what Oyibo people say? Just put a map book together for them. Every one of them will use it. They will be, it's dopamine. Once they see you enjoy it, the other person will jump on board. There are patterns everywhere, Brother Ben. So keep in mind, I didn't say you're wrong. That we are all different how we see things. But there's some patterns. And that's why I smile and chuckle, because there's some things that I'm like, if your wife or your husband, for that matter, comes to you and say we need therapy, just hold your head and say, just thank your head. Because wherever this issue is, first of all, you don't have to do that in front of them. My point is that it's actually a positive if they get to that space when they are asking for therapy. Because whatever the issue is, first of all, it's not resentment now. It's not stuff that's being brushed under the rug, right? It's stuff that they actually want to resolve, right? And just by saying, oh yeah, of course, that's okay, babe, what's going on? See, I led with that's okay first before I say what's going on. That may just be all they need. Just like that. But you know what we do? I did it before too. That's how I know it's inside the book. As a matter of fact, if you read the book, you know it's inside the book. You know what I did? I beg. I don't have $400 to spend. We are here. I'm always trying to communicate with you, and you don't speak up. You want me to go and spend $400? I did. We are all alike. We did it. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. You know. So it's Angus.
Brola?
Yeah.
So the wife can talk to the therapist, but he can't talk to the husband.
Yes, now. Before Uncle.
Okay, then
welcome to the real world. We're getting somewhere. Welcome to the real world.
So when we want to carry what too, we will need to go and tell the therapist.
At this point, she's probably not even giving you Kerewa. At this point, she's already thinking about not giving you Kerewa. If she's already still giving you.
No. After we go to the therapy, we solve the problem, we come back. If we have to Kerewa, maybe we go back to the therapist. I beg you.
There's a good chance that one session will not fix your situation. That's number one. That's the point that you were making earlier on. That the therapy don't fix anything. There's no one session that's going to fix your issues. That's number one. It just doesn't exist. Okay. So yes, most likely you're going to burn that $300, $400.
Robert, let me give you one scenario. This has not to do with marriage, right? My nephews and nieces, they come over to my house to sleep. I play with them. My nephew has ADHD. And I think out of everyone, I'm the person that understands its ADHD very well. And sometimes when this thing goes off, there's a way I talk to him and calm him down. Do you understand? So anytime they're his parents don't have too much patience. I just have to say that with all apologies. That's my twin sister, but yes. So sometimes when they are getting on him, we're trying to force him to eat and he doesn't want to eat. You just tell them to call Uma. And then he'll call me and I'll talk to him and then we'll come to a conclusion. So does that make his parents less? Does that make them not his parents because they're not able to calm him down because of his anxiety is over the roof? But they're able to call me, especially when they were in Nigeria, across the world, to talk to him and calm him down. Does that make them not capable? No. At that time, they probably don't have the
Have you heard, Brother Ben, have you heard this proverb before? Anybody in Sulan Janropalu? Yeah, that's what that is. Have you heard this one? It's a scripture. A prophet is not in his own. What's the way they say that?
A prophet is not honored in his own land.
Yeah, you've heard that too before now. Right?
Of course.
So it's not a surprise that, especially in the middle of a misunderstanding, your wife or your partner is more comfortable talking to somebody else than you in that moment. It's not exact. It's one of the things in our patterns as human beings. It's just the way.
MOP, honestly speaking, right? If your wife realizes that anytime you guys have a misunderstanding, and your voice goes up every time and doesn't come down, it's like you don't hear her. I'd rather pass the message across to someone else.
Yeah, she won't feel
talk
safe.
to him.
Yeah,
because
she can.
You can't hear me, and that's why they say if you have a wife or or show love to them. Okay. If your love language is gift giving, and that your wife is physical touch, and you're always buying her gift, you can buy me everything. Gift giving is not my love language. Physical touch and act of service is my love language. That's why you're in Maryland and you're in trouble. I will drive from New York to Maryland to go and help you. Before I will send a gift, because that's my love language.
Hit the like button. Let's pin other people into the room. Hit the like button. Thank you.
So if you never understand, and let me tell you, until the day people go into marriages, especially Africans with our mentality, that we understand and agree that we don't have the skills to maintain our marriage 100%, that there are times that we'll need to seek help, marriages will not stop crashing.
I absolutely agree with you. There are times we have to seek help. But my thing is just that, is it everything we're going to seek help for? If we have to seek help all the time, this one, anytime I can get across to you, we seek help. Anytime she talk, I'm not hearing, we seek help. Anytime I talk, she don't want to hear me, we seek help. Why are we even in the marriage?
The answer is no, it's not every time. The answer is it's not every time. But the more you embrace giving your partner the freedom to express their frustration or expectations, the less you will have to deal with that.
Exactly.
They will feel safe.
I get that.
Yeah, they will feel safe.
So just to clear the air, because I see Chidima is sitting.
Chidima is dragging you.
Oh, see, I see her. My party of life. She sat on her computer now, typing. You know, women type fast. She just they drop and they go. Say, this crazy Ben don't come again. Thank God, film girl is not here. So at least only Chidima.
She's probably here. She's probably here. She's probably listening by.
She are the one dragging it now. See, to clear the air, honestly speaking, I believe in therapy. I believe therapy works, and I believe people have to seek therapy when it matters, especially if your relationship had too many bad blows and too many emotional situations. But where I'm coming from is just that at first, when you say I do to somebody, try to know them. Try to know them on the basis of who they are naturally first, not to try to know them on the basis of who you expected them to be. I don't know if you get my point.
I get it. Be interested in them, not what your own idea is.
Exactly. Figure them out first. Yeah. What do they want? How do they do their things? How do they want their things to be done? You know, like once you can master who this person is, forgetting about yourself. That's why I so much like being selfless in relationship. I don't want to make myself the center of it. You are my love. You should be the center of this relationship. I want to see how I can satisfy you, how I can make you happy, how I can make your life more exciting because you end up with me. Are you feeling me now? So when you know your person,
so you're a pleaser.
That is me. And how it works, I realize that whoever I'm even pleasing, they are equally paying me back. It's like disrespecting. I love to respect people. I call everybody sister, uncle, brother so much. I'm not used to calling people by name. It's sign of how I respect people too. And people also respect me, even though if I'm not worth anything to them. So the same goes into my own how I believe relationship should be. Respect your partner. Do everything to please them. Do everything to make them smile, to make them laugh. Even if it is at your own, if you have to sacrifice a couple of things on your own side, just to see them smile, see them being okay. That is my thing. Now, when I try to make you comfortable, I see that you are in a happy place. Then it becomes easier for me to tell you that, oh, actually, I like it when you do like this, or I like it when you say stuff like this. And then I believe with time, you will begin to now tend towards me. Now, when it comes to this kind of bad relationship thing, once you get to a situation whereby you are talking, she's not listening, and it's like there is no end in sight. Now I get it. If you have done something in the past, maybe like somebody said, maybe the man have treated the woman really bad in the past, then maybe she's at a point where she even kind of forget you. She don't remove you.
I mean, not yet. If you are
situated in her life,
not yet. You know, I've given the solution in one way or the other since we've been talking, right? The point you just made. If you are talking, and she's not listening, it's a good sign that you're not listening. Yeah.
That the man is not listening.
Or it could be the woman too. If you're a woman and you think you're talking, and the other person's not listening, it's a good sign you're not a good listener. They're saying something. They're saying something else. They are communicating something non-verbally, and you're not paying attention to it.
Possibly, I quite agree with you 100%, and it's common with a lot of men now. I think it was on your show here when I said something that even my own partner, she do more of non-verbal communication than actual talking. Exactly. And I think I've told you here once, it took me a long time. Me, I'm the talking type. That's why I like Chidima. The person like Chidima, I can stay with her forever. We go to fight, we go to play the next day because she will tell her mind. You feel me? Honestly,
you remember the Baba yesterday that said you should be listening more so to what she's not saying.
Exactly.
More so than what she's saying. Right?
Yeah. So That's why, like somebody like Chidima, that you do the Chidima go type, pa, 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 pa. That means even in real life, if you are living with her in the house, she is expressive, she go talk. I so much like people like that because once you talk, now we know where wahala dey. And me, if I pass my boundary, once you talk, I quickly adjust. So I get it. I live with somebody when no they
You know what? You know why?
I body shake and all the night they take communication.
You know why? That's an expectation, and that's an expectation that can turn out to be unrealistic. Maybe not unrealistic, but it's going to end up in Kwalpoto. If you're a talker, you tend to expect other people to also express themselves in the same way, right? At least that's what you appreciate. Because hey, I talk, I speak my mind. Why can't you just speak your mind? This is where the love language is coming. Right. This is where they come.
Person no speaking mind.
If they're not speaking the way you like or the way your own senses are familiar with, it becomes basbos. And that's the issue that most people are dealing with. That's the majority of the issue, not infidelity or finances. The finances is led by people not knowing how to communicate or not knowing how to influence. That's what it all comes down to. You see what I'm saying? So we're having this conversation not out of the ordinary. It's because it's a very complex thing. That's why the number one formula to all of this is active listening. And when you are the person in the situation, like this gentleman we're talking about, when you are in the person in the situation and you're caught up in your emotions, it's very hard for someone to be asking you to be actively listening when you are hurt yourself. Yeah. It's a very hard thing, because you start to feel like that's not fair. Remember we talked about the fairness thing, and when you don't go in that angle of fairness, it's going to get worse, because it's essentially basbos at that point in time. You might even say it out. That's not fair. I speak my mind. How come you can't speak your mind? Right? Why can't you just tell me your mind so we can fix it once and for all? And then when you go spend that $300 and nothing came out of it, right? Even your own resentment go dig deeper because you made me waste all that money.
You go pay me back.
It gets worse.
You gonna pay me back, man.
And it's this simple. It's not easy, but simple. It's this simple. Active listening. Listen to understand. Where is this person coming from? You don't have to have response. If you listen to understand what they're trying to say first, take your time. Say, I hear you. Take your time. If you have answered, then say, I hear you. That's your wife after all, right? You're just listening to understand. Maybe that's your husband too. Okay, I hear you. Let me give that a thought. And if you authentically came back with an answer that is actually that's being processed, right? See how simple that is. That's not easy. Because once your emotion kicks in, the only thing you can interpret is after everything I've done for you. That's where your mind is naturally so. That's why we ask for emotional intelligence. That's why we say, hey, elevate beyond just, because most normal human beings, we react at each other.
Yeah.
So it's even therapy. I'm almost want to agree with you, just in a different way. But therapy works if you go there to actually use the help, and you understand that one session is not going to fix anything, right? So it works if you are there not to, because you made a good point that other people go there to try to manipulate people, meaning they want the therapy to correct the other person. That's also the wrong angle. It's not going to work. You should go there to learn, to seek understanding, right? If you do that, then you do that a few times, it becomes a second part. There's a high chance you won't need, quote unquote, the therapy as much, because there's now understanding. Most people yield to therapy to fix their partner for them, and they have to stay in that stage. Some of them are trying to get the therapy to fix their grandfather that passed away a long time ago. You remember that part of the conversation? Could it work? So I get the offensive sound of the person who is complaining has the choice to choose to seek understanding, because it's like, you're the victim now. It's like victim shaming. Like, no, we're saying you're complaining. That's okay to complain. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just a normal human being. You found yourself in the middle of a poto. I get it. Not your fault. But seek understanding.
I agree. I'm actually gonna try this one, MOP.
You better.
No, like
you better
I
try.
know it's easier. I piss people off easily. So the next person I'm gonna piss off, when the person gets, I'll tell her, you need to go see a therapist. You have an issue. That's why you are.
You tell it to the person.
That is manipulation right there.
That one is manipulation. That one is manipulation. Wait, let's not to. Do you have something to say about this, or you want us to cover the Jay-Z story together, real quick? Let's round up with that.
I think we should just go ahead and ramp it first, but Ben is exhausting me. He's not understanding my part, so I'm just gonna leave it alone.
You're gonna let go.
No. I understand you, Sister Nato. I get you. I'm just trying to be the Nigerian man this time around. I'm just trying to explain why we don't go to therapy. So it's not.
Ben, I understand. I also want you to understand that that's why we need men like you to always push this narrative of why it is important for our men to do this, because the world is evolving, honestly speaking. And these women are not the women of analog years. Do you understand? They are either the women are by day knowing what they want. It's not that years that they used to do what do they call that this thing that they do for circumcision, they do for women, that the woman is just to reproduce. Now your wife wants you to touch everywhere in her body. She knows what she wants. If you're not doing, she will tell you. So men need all of that. Men need to learn all of that. And they're wondering why their wife is calling for bola outside when somebody is touching from the tip of her head to the sole of her feet. And you are there, you don't want your hand to touch her.
You see, I feel threatened now.
That's a threat, too. That's a threat, too.
I feel threatened now. And every man that is listening now, we all feel threatened.
That's a threat.
The wife are falling on top bola outside. You are threatening us.
That's the whole intention. You need to do so that you put your guards off. That's the whole intention. Don't understand.
Women have stay with me. Let's cover this last story together. I'll just hear your thoughts and we'll call it a day. AG says women have different ways of communicating. Learn to read, study body languages of your partner. When a lady says I'm fine or it's okay, please probably more. It is not okay, or when they suddenly go quiet. Yes, I would just give them some space though, personally. If she said, I know that if they say it's okay, it's fine, probably it's not okay, it's fine, but give some space, leave some room, allow God to do the wonders for you. You don't have to do all the work, you don't have to carry all that weight. She probably needs some time to process whatever is going on there. Women are good at this and know when to ask. Compliment. Yes, timing, absolutely, good point. All right, so if you have any opinions about this, leave them in the chat too. I have my brother and my sister here, they're helping me out. The actual solution for that man, if you're getting disrespect, I would check myself first. That would be the first step. Okay, make sure that I'm not the one attracting disrespect. If you lack self-respect, you will attract disrespect. It doesn't mean it's your fault, it just means you don't know what you're doing. All right,
drop the mic.
All right, we'll be right. If you like this, you will like the next segment.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, so I just have a few questions for you, Brother Natu. I said Brother Natu, God forbid. Uncle Ben and my G Natu. Natu. When did somebody say fighting for marriage, right? There seems to be some kind of ambiguity in that. And some people have a problem understanding that. We also have a group of people, both on men and women's side, that will just tell you, I beg, fight for waiting. You know, like for example, sometimes I'll say, let's go. I don't necessarily mean letting a human go. I'm talking about the issue. Let it go. And it doesn't have to be a permanent stuff. But you have to let it go, you know. So according to this article on She Knows, this is I just found it interesting that I thought we should talk about this today. Jay-Z, when Beyonce dropped our Lemonade album, and Jay-Z is 444. According to this article, it said it left little doubt in fans' minds that Jay-Z had been unfaithful to his wife. In the time since, Jay-Z has openly discussed his transgression, telling the New York Times Style magazine, and I quote, "You know, most people walk away, and the divorce rate is like 50% or something, because most people can't see themselves. The other thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused, and then have to deal with yourself. So you know, most people don't want to do that. You don't want to look inside yourself." And he told Van Jones, and I quote, "For us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome, to break that cycle for black men and women. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities. We're real people." So now, that was a quote, okay? And I thought that was interesting coming from, because we're very quick to say, these ones are Illuminatis. They're celebrities. Let's not compare ourselves to, But reading that and you hearing that, when somebody says they are fighting for their marriage, how do you interpret that? Do you interpret that as negative or positive? For whatever your answer is, tell me why. Not you go first, ladies first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, right, I am not going to take that literally because most times some people say that and what they literally mean is like from his comment from that quote that you read, you understand that they understood that the marriage is them. Do you understand? So they decide to look inward and do the work. So from the statement that he left, you understand? That's what I understand from me fighting for marriage is them doing the work on themselves.
Right. Right.
If the wife
Absolutely.
and the husband is not there, there's no marriage. So if you're fighting for
You said
marriage, you're
what?
fighting for you. The
I didn't
husband
hear that
and
part.
the husband and wife is not there. There's no. I think if the husband and wife is not there, there's no marriage now.
Right. Right. Right.
So if you decide to fight for your marriage, you're fighting. So there's sometimes when people say fight for marriage, it's what comes after it that determines what they're saying or you defining what they're saying. So if you say you're fighting for your marriage and you're taking all the BS and you're not doing any work and not doing any ill work, you're basically like sacrificing yourself. You're putting yourself out as a living sacrifice. Do you understand? But then if it's in the context in which Jay-Z said that they decide to look inward, that means that he's understanding that they are what constitutes the marriage and they're working on themselves to be able to get the results they want. So sometimes people say fight for their marriage, they don't even know what they're saying. You understand?
Which is why I want us to talk about it, right? Because, for example, the issue we just covered, the first one, when the man that had been separated for 3 years from the wife and has been buying cards, and we kind of like that those cards is probably going to push her further away. Some people were like, but you're saying people should fight for their marriage. What about that one? How would you
Yeah,
address
but
that?
if he's buying cards and he's not doing any work on himself, like my friend that I had a talk today with her, she broke up with her boyfriend of 7 years, and she said the guy was trying to call her back, and in the times that he was trying to call back, there were still traits from the things that he was doing before that made them to separate. And she told him, she said, "Why are you calling me when you've not done any work?" This is the person going for going for therapy and he's not. Do you understand? So if
Right.
you understand that in this one nobody wins. We're all trying to achieve a certain goal. This is marriage is not a competition. Do you understand? We're all aiming at the same, we're all trying to do the same together. It's not who first does this or who first does that. Do you understand? So if you say you're fighting for your marriage, and all you're doing is how to win your wife back without doing any work for yourself, you're not fighting for your marriage.
Nice,
You're
nice,
not.
nice. All right. Thank you, Natu. I think we should drop the mic at that point. But thank you, Natu, for giving me your word on that. I think that did it. But let me hear, Natu, I'm going to release you. Let you go. But Ben,
All right,
fighting
Emil.
for your marriage. Thank you, Natu. We'll talk behind the scenes. fighting for your marriage, is this something you suggest to people going through it or not? And if you say fight for your marriage, I don't know,
Yeah.
you know. Do you think that man who you said should go and just file divorce, do you think he should fight? And when you say fight, what do you mean?
Okay. First, let me say I support it when people say they are fighting for their marriage, but the word "fight" in quote, it depends on what context is it being used. Are you men who cheat on their wife day in day out? When you ask them, why did you, they start begging their wife. They will tell you, I'm fighting for my marriage. I'm doing everything to please my wife. They will say, oh, I'm buying her gift, I'm buying her a car, blah, blah, blah. I'm fighting for my marriage.
Right.
As a man, I'm sorry to say, brotherhood, I'm sorry if you hear this, that is not fighting for your marriage. That is you acting stupid.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, because you are cheating on her. You know the emotional pain and the kind of mental stress you are placing on her. So you cause her pains. Tomorrow you try to pacify her with gifts. You take her to buy everything. That is not you fighting for your marriage.
That's not fighting.
That's why I said the word fighting in quote, it depends on what frame of reference is it being used. Now, if you and your wife are in that zone whereby you seem not to understand each other, or you've been together for 10, 15 years, a lot of water has passed under the bridge, and you are now in a place whereby, just like they said, people used to be in the midlife crisis. You've heard that term very well now, Baba. When they will say, oh, somebody is experiencing midlife crisis, I believe marriage also goes through midlife crisis.
Absolutely.
So now, when you get to that point of midlife crisis in a marriage, and you are doing everything to keep the home, to make it work, either as a man or as a woman, then I quite agree with you when you say I'm fighting for my marriage. And if I have to speak on the part of man, a man who is fighting for his marriage, to me, is a man who has the ability to receive some level of disrespect, some insult from the wife. A man who have to understand that when you start having kids, things will change at one point or the other. A man who listens more to what the wife is saying, and a man who is trying to put a smile on the wife's face, the children. The man who stays at home, you do things with your wife, like you do movie nights, you go out, you spend enough of time with her, even when it is not convenient for you, you sacrifice your time and resources to make sure that, oh, this woman is always happy. I am that man that she married, that she has always dreamt of. Okay, I believe you are fighting to save your marriage. But if when you say you are fighting to save your marriage is whenever you go commit, you did something shady, you are now going around, join from pole to post, begging people, asking people to step in, my brother, forget, you are not fighting for your marriage. You are destroying the marriage, and you just want to manipulate the partner. It's like you want to eat your cake and have it. That's just what I'm gonna say.
I see. Now, one more question for you. It seems like, because when I read these lyrics, all he said is that, most people don't want to do that. The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused, and then have to deal with yourself. Of course, the whole world ran with that, and they said he had cheated on him. Now, I don't know if there's any other place where he explicitly said that he cheated, but he put pain on her face, essentially, right? So if it was a situation of emotional affair, I mean, Jay-Z is Jay-Z. Women probably throw themselves at him, right? And he probably has been a part of the freak-offs, who know? Diddy's freak-offs, right? And she probably found out the hard way, probably allegedly, right? If somebody had been engaged in emotional affair, right, and they want their partner back, and now they are fighting for that marriage because the other person is shut down, and they are already calling the lawyers. And
are you kidding me?
they're calling the lawyers because they can't see themselves. They don't see. Maybe it's a serious situation too. What would you say to the? How should that person fight? The person who committed the act. How should that person fight for that marriage?
Do you want me to say this on the basis of Jay-Z and Beyonce,
anyhow, just as somebody, you participated in emotional affair, and now you're fighting for your marriage because the other person, they just can't. They're struggling to trust you again.
Yeah, I'm very big on trust when it comes to married to a virtual woman. In Jay-Z and Beyonce situation, I don't know, I may be wrong. I've always seen Bey as the one who holds the marriage, who makes it work. I'm giving credit to Beyonce because I don't think it's Jay-Z. Jay-Z belongs to DD WhatsApp group. But for one thing...
No, I said Beyonce is calling the lawyer because she can... That's what I said. Sorry, yes. Chinye. I said, just to clarify, just to make sure you get it too, but what I was saying is that Jay-Z has caused her pain, according to him. And now the other person is struggling to trust. Now she's already calling lawyers because she's Beyonce. Possible, we're just saying, right? Yeah. So how would we advise Jay-Z to fight for that marriage is the question.
Okay, if I'm gonna advise him to fight for the marriage, I would just say he should remind her how they started. That's at this point, that's what I would advise, that he should remind her how they started and really begged her, because I think Beyonce is who made him what he is. He paid me to say, I'm strong in brotherhood, but we all know, even though he's a smart business guy, he seems smart, he seems he has a good head on his neck, but we know that in this American thing, the woman you are married to mostly determine how far you go. So in their case, I think Beyonce has really did a good job as a woman. I'm so proud of her. Her status, so far so good, she still remains the top artist up there.
She's Beyonce.
And I see that she really want that family. I know we do say on Obodo Yibo TV at times that Nigerians like to bear Mrs. So I think Queen B also like to bear that title Mrs. If not, the marriage should have been well over before now. But coming to your question, what Jay-Z can do is to just remind her of the true love he has for her when they started. And trust is powerful in relationship. When you break a woman's trust, it's usually difficult to get it back. When I first tell my story on Obodo Yimbo TV, I share my own experience about trust, and after making that one mistake, I don't make it again, because I see how much work it requires to fix just one betrayer. It takes too much work, I swear. So if the trust is broken, all he can do is to just pray to God and just beg her for forgiveness.
Prayer is good.
And beg her for forgiveness and go to therapy. That's the usual thing we recommend. Go to therapy. Go talk to somebody. So let's see if Jay-Z go and talk to somebody, if that therapist can now talk to Queen B, and Queen B will accept.
Yeah.
I'm learning now. I'm suggesting.
You're doing well, brother. You're doing well.
Chidi Mache, you hear me before you light up my butt again. Funny lady.
She's a mistake. How can it be mistake? They hear words that just their radar will just go up like, wait, what?
Bro, women.
Like mistake. Cheating cannot be mistake. It's a choice.
We were talking about that empty box yesterday. When we were talking about Chidima, I think it's Chidima or Chioma. Somebody said the empty box.
The empty one.
Box.
Yeah. It's the one is the one men want to focus on. Nobody has posted the video for me, so I can see it.
Oh, don't worry. I'll send it to you before I leave work today.
All right, good. Thank you, boss.
All right, MOP. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming up. Well, thank you for elevating the conversation. Yeah, awesome. All right, so yeah, I mean, fighting for, in a lot of ways, fighting for will involve. It depends on what we're talking about, right? It will involve. First of all, I like what Chidima said here. Fighting for the marriage means no competition. They are not fighting each other. They are fighting as a team, right? But in order to fight as a team, you also have to fight as an individual, which is what he was alluding to, which is facing yourself. It's like facing your own demons. It's like accountability. It's like, what part did I play in this? Build myself, right? So all of that. And then when you come together, you're fighting as a team, not fighting each other, right? And sometimes you end up in conversation that seems like you're fighting each other. You just have to keep the goal in front of you and say, this is, you say to yourself, not manipulate the other person with it, that this is, we're trying to sort through an issue. But fighting for a marriage, we're in a space that there's enough people preaching, don't even do it. It's a lost cause. Let it go. That's not what I mean by letting it go. Whenever I say let it go, there's context involved. It depends on what we're talking about. Issues, ideologies, stuff, anything that looks like trying to control the other person, you need to let that go, because that's not going to work. Anything that you can't control, you let it go. Okay? If the marriage is still there, you guys are working through issues, I'm not saying letting the marriage go, obviously, right? But if you're the only one holding on to the idea of the marriage and the other person is gone, then at that point you need to let that person go. It doesn't mean they're gone. That's just their decision in this moment. And you need to respect yourself and let it be. So yeah, I think fighting for is well defined with Chidima put in there. I appreciate that. Sesmoa, shout out to you, says she's in her 40s now. She's valuing her time and life differently. That's also a thing. Growth. You just fight a little bit differently when you become more and more matured. Chidima says, Bro Ben, I hear you. Say the same thing tomorrow. Don't go shifting goalposts tomorrow. Wahala. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.